And we welcome you to Warrior Field in Danville at Danville High School as the 2-2 Danville Warriors get set to take on the 3-1 and 5th-ranked Tri-West Bruins in Class 3A. Along with Dale Carlson, I'm John Herrick. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Endeavor Communications, the fastest broadband speeds in Indiana. Visit us at endeavor.com. By Get 'em Associates. Get 'em Associates design and remodeling contractors. Get it done faster with Get 'em. By the IndyCar Exchange, Indiana's source for vintage and modern sports cars. Paul Sylvester Leadership Coaching redefined. And by Wabash College. Visit Wabash College today at wabash.edu. Well, Dale, first let's talk about the visiting team, the Tri-West Bruins, 3-1, ranked 5th in 3A, and they are scoring more than 30 points a game. What makes their offense so explosive?
Well, you know, Tri-West has what's the word I should use here? A plethora of talents. It all starts with quarterback Ty Owens. He's not only a passing threat, but he's a running threat. But they have 4 receivers that have 100 yards or more receiving. And then you look at the 2 running backs, and Michaela Walden and Devin Brown, again, putting a lot of rush numbers up. Their offense is really explosive.
But so is Danville's. They come in averaging 24 points a game. They've got some playmakers on the edge, and they lost to Tri-West in the sectional round last year, so they've got revenge on their mind tonight. How do they go about getting it?
Well, again, the number one, they've got to get the ball to B.J. Weiss, their all-everything receiver. You know, BJ can do it running the football as well, too, on reverses. And then, of course, they have a tremendous running back in Darren Sharp. And Trey Thompson hasn't thrown an interception yet this year. So that's some pretty good numbers he's put up, and those will be those offensive players that Tri-West is going to have to stop.
We'll take a brief timeout. When we come back, starting lineups and kickoff from Danville. You're watching high school football on the IHSAA Sports Network, where local lives here.
Food, shelter, fast Wi-Fi. It's all we really need. Good thing Endeavor has the fast, reliable internet it takes to power all the Wi-Fi hungry gadgets in your home. All at once. With speeds up to 10 gig, get smooth HD streaming video, gaming, music, and surfing, all with no waiting, no buffering, no kidding. Call or click WeEndeavor.com and upgrade to Indiana's fastest internet today.
Fall means football, and on the ISC, we've got you covered all season long. Catch our broadcast live on television on MyNDTV 23 and Comcast 81, as well as streaming on ISCSportsNetwork.com. With a subscription to ISC for only $4.99 a month, you get access to our entire library, viewable anytime, anywhere, on our website or on the ISC app. Don't miss a single broadcast. ISC Sports Network. Football lives here.
Back at Danville, the Danville Warriors just entered the field there. You can see them enjoying themselves in their maroon jerseys. Tri-West will be wearing their visiting white jerseys with blue numbers and letters. And just to give you an idea of how evenly matched things have been between these two teams in their rivalry over the last 35 years, Danville has won 23 of the 43 meetings, and Tri-West has won the other 20. That is how even it is, just about, with Danville having the slight edge. So, Dale, before we get started tonight, let's get your keys to victory for both teams.
Well, first of all, for Danville, the home team, they are going to have to win, I think, in the kicking game. You've got 2 very explosive offenses, but you kind of have to give the edge to Tri-West there. They're going to have to make something happen in the kicking game. And it's going to be very important for them to put Tri-West in second and long. They've got to win on first down. For Tri-West, they've got to be able to contain the rush game of Danville and then find a way to cover B.J. Weiss, because he is such a playmaker. So really, it's going to come down to which team can play great defense, and I think the kicking game might have something to say before the night's over.
So Tri-West and Danville going out there to do the coin toss with their team captains. Referee conducting business. Wind is blowing at about, been blowing anywhere between 10 to 15 miles an hour. Sometimes you're going to get a wind gust a little bit higher than that. Game time temperature, 79 degrees. Coin is in the air. And he says Tri-West has won the toss, and they will receive. So that 31 points per game offense, Dale, will be on the field first.
Sure, and it's no surprise that as well as their offense has played throughout the first part of the football season here that they would want to take the football and try and put points on the board first. Whoever gets out first, I think, is going to have a little bit of an advantage tonight.
But then you look at Danville, they have 97 players on their active roster. Probably the biggest turnout they've had for football players in a long time, from varsity all the way down to the freshman team.
And you know what that 97 player roster does is the depth. You know, when you look at Danville's too deep, they don't have a lot of players playing time both ways. Now they will have a few that'll play a snap here and there, but they're pretty much a platoon team, and that's a nice luxury to have when you're playing 3A football, to not have to have a number of players go both ways.
It's been a little bit of a warmer than usual September day, much cooler now than it was to start things off, but Caleb Harvey coming out, and he is kicking off for Danville. One of the guys back deep for Tri-West, Noah Lien. And also Max Ward.
Back deep to receive for Tri-West, number 2, Noah Lean, and number 6, Alex Zayats.
Actually, that is Alex Zayats who's back deep. So we'll see Alex a lot on both punt and kick return duties.
And of course, Noah Lean is the leading receiver, so he's a very explosive player as well.
Harvey makes sure that the rest of his team is good to go, and we are underway. It's a short one, and it's picked up off the bounce by Lean. And Lean is hog-tied just before he can get to the 30-yard line. Coming up there, Hunter Adams to make the tackle on special teams. And Danville forces Tri-West to start from their own 30.
I mean, even though that was a short kick, Danville was able to do a great job covering, limited the damage on the return, but Tri-West still has pretty good field position at the 30 to start their first drive.
You look at this Tri-West offense led by Ty Owens. 6 touchdowns, 4 interceptions for them, and also Devon Brown, who you mentioned earlier, Dale. 4 touchdowns on the ground for him, 138 yards. Owens gives to Brown, and he goes nowhere. The Danville defense all over it to start things off.
21, Devon Brown on the carry.
Tremendous penetration by Brandon Hahn right there, and the rest of the Danville defensive line just tried a little easy inside zone play, and Danville was all over it.
Loss of 2 brings him back to the 28, 2nd and 12. They got 3 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Jeffrey Marsh, Noah Lean, and also Cole Morgan. He's the team's leading receiver so far this year, but they go left to Connor Sayester, and Sayester stutters forward a little bit, picks back some of that lost yardage, and gets a decent gain. They give him the 36-yard line.
Owens passes complete to 11.
Danville is not going to allow Tri-West to go deep. They had both receivers down the field covered, so Owens was forced to dump the football off. Great job rallying to the ball, getting the 3rd down.
Play brings up 3rd down.
B.J. Wiest and Wyatt Gentry on the tackle for Danville. Owens taking more time here, looking over at his head coach. Snap, handoff, nowhere to go. Well, on the second effort, though, he's making a move to try to push forward, and not much there as he is brought down by Danville's Andrew Smith.
So Danville right now has Tri-West outnumbered in the box in the tackle area. 6 players to 5. Both running plays have really gone nowhere for Tri-West. Great first defensive series for Danville.
Malachi Walden coming on to punt this one away. Two players back deep for Danville, and he bobbles the snap. He's in trouble, and down he goes. And the guy who gets there first, Wyatt Gentry, who knocks down Walden, who just couldn't handle it, and Danville gets to set up shop at the Tri-West 25-yard line.
Geez, you almost look like a prophet here talking about the kicking game, but this was more of a Tri-West mistake. It was a low snap. Malachi Walden couldn't handle it and was tackled for a loss, and now Danville has tremendous field position to start their first drive.
That drive for Tri-West nearly took 2 minutes off the clock, but to no avail. Let's meet the Danville offense led by their quarterback, Trey Thompson, and Darren Sharp in there. He's got a few rushing touchdowns on the season. You'll see Jay Scrafton and Tanksley get involved there, one of their other wide receivers for the Warriors. Not much on Tiki Tanksley, and the first play of the game is a handoff to Darren Sharp, and he picks up a few yards, setting up 2nd and 6.
Pretty good push by the Danville offensive line there. Again, Tri-West has them outnumbered in the box 6-5, but real good push up front, and good gain to give them a 2nd and 6.
There's a look at the defensive starters for Tri-West, all brought to you by Franciscan Health Sports Medicine. Thompson giving it off again to Sharp. Sharp motors his way to about the 17, picking up another 4 yards, making it 3rd down and 2 for Danville.
The big Danville offensive line, you know, when you look at them across the board, they're all over 225, 30 pounds. They're getting very good push right here. And even though Tri-West has good numbers against their offensive line is winning the line of scrimmage right now for Danville.
Gain of about 4 yards on the play brings up 3rd down.
Griffin Cole, one of the first men there for Tri-West, and a big 3rd down already for this Danville offense. They send Jace Scrafton wide to the right. B.J. Wiest in the slot. Handoff Sharp. Sharp's got a hole. 1st down and more. Inside the 10 to about the 8. 1st and goal Warriors.
Really nice play call again by the Danville offensive coaching staff. That time they went to an unbalanced look. Tight end was aligned left. They had an extra tackle lined up right. Ran right behind it. Picked up some good yards and got their first and goal of the night.
And Brady Hamstra made a shoestring tackle on Sharp to prevent the touchdown.
Looks like Danville wants to go with this power game again. They're going to go in the unbalanced look again. Let's see if they run right or if they try to do something on the passing game here to the left.
Wiest to the opposite side this time, as well as Scrafton. Handoff to Sharp. Sharp motoring his way down inside the 5 to about the 3-yard line. One of the first men there for Tri-West, Caleb Pfeiffer. 2nd and goal.
Good little counter call here by the Danville offensive coaching staff. You got a little slant movement to the over tackle side to the offense's right, defense's left. And this time Danville ran weak, picked up a nice gain, give himself 2nd and goal at the 4.
Head coaches in this game, Jamie Comer, 23-5 in his 3rd year at Danville. And for Tri-West, Jason Ward. Yep, Jason Ward, 30-10 in his 4th year at Tri-West. He actually helped them to their first state championship back in 1996. 2nd down and goal. Handoff Sharp, and he's in for the Danville touchdown.
Touchdown!
So the Warriors take advantage of the mistake on special teams by Tri-West, and they take the early 6-0 lead.
Again, very good play design, again with the unbalanced, but this time with 3 receivers, actually 4 receivers when you count the tight end, to the left-hand side. And again, just great push right there at the point of attack by the Danville offensive line. And then Sharp does the rest, lowers his shoulders in the end zone.
Harvey trying to line up the extra point. Snap good, hold good, kick. And it is inside the right upright. Danville 7, Tri-West nothing. Back in a moment on the ISC Sports Network.
Irritated by your internet provider? Have no fear. Endeavor is here with eForce high-speed internet. Download speed? No problem. Download an HD movie in seconds with our remarkable gigabit speed. Endeavor not only provides the latest fiber optic technology, we're also here to help you use it. We also provide television, wireless, security, and telephone services with outstanding local support. Give us a call or visit weendeavor.com to see if you're in our service area. Endeavor Communications. Technology for real people.
Tonight's broadcast brought to you in part by Paul Sylvester Leadership Coaching. Company executives, middle managers, and even employees aspiring to a management role seek the professional coaching advice of Paul Sylvester. That scoring drive for Danville, 5 plays, 25 yards, took 2 minutes and 39 seconds off the clock, and they take an early 7-0 lead over the Tri-West Bruins. And the man who just made the extra point, Caleb Harvey, will be out to kick it off from the 40 again.
That was quite the impressive drive that Danville put together, all runs. Again, their offensive line really took it over. Be interesting to see if they stick with that the rest of the night.
And Darren Sharp, now on the season, is over 500 total yards from scrimmage, thanks to that excellent drive he had, capping off the 4-yard touchdown run. Deep onside there for Harvey, and it rolls its way into Noah Lean. Lean with a juke move. Lean trying to go somewhere, cannot. Carter Pruitt grabbed him down and put him at the 21-yard line. So the special teams kicking game really, like you said, Dale, it's been a factor for Danville.
Yeah, so far Pruitt did a really nice job covering. He was able to slip a block. Almost got out leveraged on the run, but was able to get the hand on the jersey and make the tackle. And now Tri-West now at their 20-yard line, not in great field position to start their second drive.
Big night for both these teams in the Sagamore Conference. Both Tri-West and Danville sitting atop the conference standings with records of 2-0. So depending on who wins this game tonight, one of these teams could be in sole possession of first place. Hand off to Brown. Brown has a hole down the left side. And Devon Brown still going, motoring his way past the sticks to about the 34-yard line. That's where they give him gain of 14 and a Tri-West first down.
If you're going to be outnumbered in the box here, like Tri-West is, you've got to try and run the outside zone play. And Brown is quick enough to get to the outside, picked up a lot of good yards, big first down. That's a great first play answer for Tri-West.
Wiest was the one who finally got over there to make the tackle for Danville. Pitch to Brown. Brown tries to get to the edge, cannot. Minimal gain on that. Wyatt Gentry and Andrew Smith over there. So it's second down and long.
Wyatt Gentry did a really nice job here. We're trying to run the toss sweep, tried to out leverage the Danville defense, and Gentry did a great job taking on the lead block, pushing the running back inside and allowing the pursuit of the Danville defense to hold him to about a 1-yard gain.
Cole Morgan, their leading receiver, goes wide to the right. Fake. Owens fires across the middle and has a completion for a Tri-West first down.
Just a little play action pass right in there. I don't think that was an RPO. Linebacker stepped up. Danville playing a too-high shell right here. There's a lot of space in between the linebacker and in front of the safety for the completion.
Noah Lean makes the catch for the first down. His jersey's gotten scrunched up. He does wear number 2, but he's been busy tonight. Been tackled a couple times. Excellent turf field, by the way, that they have at Danville, which they do an excellent job taking care of. Pitch to Brown. Brown tries to get to the edge, and instead he goes into the waiting arms of Wyatt Gentry, giving him a minimal gain out to the 45, gain of 3, second down and 7 for the Bruins.
Again, good job. Gentry, again, did a nice job taking on the lead block. Got leveraged a little bit, but he was able to actually take the blocker and push Brown out of bounds for a short gain. It's interesting, Danville now has gone to a little bit of a more 5-man box instead of a 6, and it looks like Tri-West is going to try and run the football a little bit against him.
Receivers in there, Jeffrey Marsh, Noah Lean, also Connor Siester, who has a catch tonight already. Fake to Brown, and Siester with another catch. Deeper into Danville territory, still going. All the way out to the 31-yard line of the Warriors, and another Tri-West first down. Man who got over there to make the tackle for Danville, Ethan Walls.
Again, I think this was a little bit of an RPO play right here. You can see the offensive line all zoning left. Linebacker stepped up, left the void again for the slant route in the middle of the field. A big first down for Tri-West.
Their second first down of the drive. Fake, throw, Lean with the catch. Lean able to slip out of a tackle for a moment, then Wyatt Gentry stays with him and is able to knock him down at about they're calling it the 28, so it's a gain of 3, second and 7.
Yeah, it's a little fake the zone, a little bubble screen outside, trying to take advantage of the safety depth by Danville. I'd like to see Wyatt, though, drive his feet a little bit more. I think he was taking a little bit for a ride right there. Could have had a no gain on that play.
This drive for Tri-West started back at their own 20. Now they're at the Danville 28. 7th play of the drive. Handoff to Brown. Brown hit by a slew of guys, and the first one of which was Evan Lawrence, helped out there as well by Ethan Walls. 3rd down.
Tri-West went for a little trap play right here, and Gregory Cade for Danville did a nice job attacking the trap blocker and forcing the ball back up inside again to where the Danville pursuit came. Danville's doing a great job pursuing to the ball and making plays tonight.
3rd down and 7. Just about. Leans in the slot right this time. Morgan is out there, and so is Jeffrey Marsh. He looks to Brown. Now Owens dumps it off. There's Lean with the catch, and Lean gets decked. Heck of a play made on defense by Darren Sharp, who dropped him before he could even get to the 25-yard line. Only a gain of 2, and it's 4th down for the Bruins.
So they ran a little almost double screen concept, a little motion weak, faked that way, came back with the tunnel screen, and Sharp did a great job reading that and coming in to make the tackle. You know, again, Sharp's a good athlete. He's getting a little bit of double duty time tonight.
So Tri-West, too long for a field goal, too deep for a punt, so they are going for it on 4th and 5. Owens firing towards the end zone, looking for Morgan, batted away at the last possible moment. What a defensive play by Ethan Walls as he swats that one away. Turnover on downs, ball back to Danville.
Ethan Walls just makes a tremendous play right here. If you take a look, he's in really good position, and he did a great job just shooting his right hand across, knocking the pass away, and denying Tri-West the first down here. Great play.
Tonight's broadcast brought to you in part by Endeavor Communications, who offers a variety of internet speeds that fits your family or business needs. Surf the internet faster than ever before with internet speeds up to a gig. Contact them at weendeavor.com for more information. Danville takes over. 1st and 10 from their own 26-yard line with 2:55 to play in the first quarter. That drive for Tri-West took almost 5 minutes off the clock, but netted no points. And Darren Sharp, who has gotten every one of the carries so far from scrimmage, he's been all of Danville's offense to this point, gets about a yard here. They put him out to about the 27, and it's 2nd down and 9.
Tri-West defensive line does a nice job here, not getting knocked off the ball, holding their ground, and didn't give Sharp any place to run on this on that carry.
Ethan Elsey, who you saw on your screen there for Tri-West, number 99, in on the tackle. Trey Thompson, the quarterback, was over there talking to his head coach, Jamie Comer, for a moment. Now he's back out there. Thompson with another give. And for Sharp, Sharp goes down just beyond the 30. Griffin Cole tackles him at about the 32 for a gain of 5. Third down.
We're getting into some old-fashioned veer football right here because that was a true read play. Instead of pulling it, they gave the ball to Sharp here. I think going forward here, we might see a pull here by the quarterback to counter that hard charging Tri-West defense.
So far for Thompson this year, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions. He has not attempted a pass tonight. Trying to get Tri-West to jump off sides at that hard count. They do not fall for it. Minute and a half to play in the first quarter, and Danville is calling a timeout. While we have a moment, we'll let you know that tonight's game brought to you in part by the IndyCard Exchange. At the IndyCard Exchange, they are actively buying collections from all eras of sports cards. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram, or go to IndyCardExchange.com for more information and to see how you can make money off of your collection.
Well, John, Danville tried to go with the freeze play right there to try and get Tri-West to jump off sides, try and get either a free first down or potentially a free play down the field. Used to always like to do that against aggressive defenses, and of course, when it doesn't work, sometimes you got to call a timeout and get the right play call in then.
What kind of play call you think they'll come out with here on 3rd down?
You know, they haven't thrown the ball yet here, but I'm thinking that they're still going to try and give the ball to Sharp. He's been their best weapon so far. Obviously, he's over 500 yards now for the season. I would see them probably trying to go with Sharp again.
They come back onto the field. Jay Scrafton is in at wide receiver. So is B.J. Wiest. Wiest lines up in the slot right. Scrafton goes wide to the right, top of your screen. Brown remains in, or Sharp remains in at tailback. Fakes it, and he keeps it. Thompson breaks loose. Thompson to midfield and is angled out of bounds into his own bench, finally by Tri-West Brady Hamstra. But Thompson gets the carry, calls his own number, and gets a first down.
Well, I was close in that they faked it to Sharp and came out with the option play. Talked about that a couple of plays before, that I wouldn't be surprised to see the quarterback pull the ball and take it out, and that's exactly what Trey Thompson did there for a nice big gain and a big first down for Danville.
That is a 23-yard run, his longest run of the season. Prior to that, coming into tonight, he had only had 11 yards rushing through the first 4 games. That's how big of a play that was there by Trey Thompson. Thompson giving to Sharp again, not much. About the 43-yard line.
Well, Tri-West now is just going to stack the box. They're going to play one-on-one on their receivers on the outside. They're daring the Danville coaching staff to start throwing the football in here. I think they had enough of watching Sharp carve them up there in the first drive. So it'll be interesting to see here, second and long, if Danville dials up a throw here or not.
Alex Ziat's on the stop for Tri-West. 2nd down and 8. We're nearing the end of the first quarter. Danville took advantage of a Tri-West mistake on special teams and went down and scored. Now they're trying to get another score out of it. Sharp the carry, and he just bulldozes his way forward. It's like a quick handoff right up the gut. He's close to a first down, but still shy of it, 3rd and short.
Danville offensive line, again, just did a great job knocking Tri-West off the ball. They're really using their size right now over Tri-West. Even though Tri-West is outnumbering them in the box, they are controlling the line of scrimmage, and Sharp is getting yards.
Griffin Cole in on the tackle. And I think if they don't want to, they don't have to run another play.
No, I think it looks like they're just going to wait and let the half go here, or the quarter go here.
And while we have a moment, we'll remind you that tonight's game is brought to you in part by Get 'em Associates. And it's a reminder that you can get it done faster with Get 'em. And at the end of the first quarter, Danville 7, Tri-West nothing. Back to start the second next on the ISC Sports Network.
Your life is on the go. Now your viewing habits can be on the go. With the ISC Sports Network app, your team is at your fingertips. You can download years' worth of content from the ISC Sports Network library. High school, college, special events, weekly and monthly shows, wherever you find your favorite app. And you can always find out more information at iscsportsnetwork.com.
Want lightning-fast internet speeds? Choose Endeavor. Go from slow to whoa. From last to fast. And wait to great. Endeavor Communications is bringing the fastest internet speed in Indiana to your town. So you can download huge files in a flash. Stream videos at blazing speeds. And game online faster than you thought possible. Think fast and contact Endeavor Communications today at join.weendeavor.com.
Big rivalry contest between Danville and Tri-West. Tri-West lost to Danville in the regular season last year, but then Tri-West beat Danville in the sectional round of the postseason to end their season. So you know Danville's got revenge on their mind, and you never know. These two teams could meet each other in the playoffs this year, too, with how crazy high school football can be in Indiana. Along with Dale Carlson, I'm John Herrick. Danville's got it. 3rd down and 3 from the Tri-West 38-yard line. Trey Thompson been manning an offense that has ran the ball on every play from scrimmage, and they keep to that same script as Sharp gets a first down and breaks the tackle much more and takes 2 defenders with him before finally being brought down by Max Ward and Spencer Watson.
Well, when you're on defense and you're going to outnumber somebody at the point of attack, you got to make tackles. And Sharp, I know, is difficult to tackle, but those one-on-one tackles have got to be made for Tri-West, or Sharp's going to continue to carve them up.
He's already got a rushing touchdown tonight, which is a 4-yard scamper, and that makes it his 5th rushing touchdown of the season. Danville at 2-2, Tri-West 3-1. Danville's, though, opponents' records to this point, 11-5, Tri-West's 7-8. So Danville's played a very tough schedule. And I think we got a new running back in the game this time for the Warriors. Either way, it's a
20, Darren Sharp.
Nope, that was still Sharp with the carry.
Tackle by 4, Corey Hill.
And for Tri-West, Corey Hill came over to make the tackle.
Warrior.
But
first
another
down.
Danville first down to the, what they're calling, the 16-yard line. So that's a pickup of 12 yards.
You can definitely see the size advantage of the Danville offensive line right now against Tri-West. They're definitely controlling the line of scrimmage and just allowing Sharp to pick that hole. And of course, Sharp does his job by running over people too.
Got a whistle and a timeout for Danville, it looks like.
Danville.
Yeah, I think they took a little bit too long to get the play in. The play clock was going down.
Don't forget, you can subscribe to the ISC Sports Network for the best in semi-pro, college, and high school sports in Indiana and beyond. We are your home for the best live high school football coverage in central Indiana and have thousands of games in our archive from around the state. Subscribe today for just $4.99 a month at ISCSportsNetwork.com. Along with Dale Carlson, I'm John Herrick with you from Warrior Field in Danville. Both these teams 2-0 in the Sagamore Conference. And really, so far, Dale, this has been about how Danville has controlled the momentum and the line of scrimmage. If you're Tri-West looking at what's going on in that other huddle, how do they tip the scales back in their favor?
Well, they're going to have to do some movement, get some penetration with their defensive line to try and get some hits in the backfield on Sharp. Danville's game plan right now here has been able to, control the line of scrimmage, control the clock, and really limit Tri-West having the football. They've only had it one time so far in the game.
Trevor Stutes is in at wide receiver. He comes in motion. Sharp gets the carry again. It's been Sharp every time except for that quarterback scramble that Thompson had. And Sharp gets his way down to the 11, gain of 5, 2nd and 5.
So a little bit different take here. Instead of an off-tackle dive play, they ran the midline with the cutback. Caught the Tri-West defense really slanting towards the tight end side, and Sharp was able to pick up some yards on the cutback play.
Scrafton comes in tight. Stutes stays in just off the edge of the right side. Jay Scrafton and B.J. Wiest in there. The pitch comes to Stutes. Stutes bouncing to the outside, has the first down, and he is down at about the 3-yard line. Gain of 8, 1st and goal for Danville.
Again, a little, I want to say misdirection, but Sharp going to the right. Then they brought the pitch back to the left, kind of caught the Tri-West defense a little flat-footed there, and Danville's got another 1st and goal and is running a lot of time off the clock.
Alex Zayats saved a touchdown for Tri-West by making the tackle, but this is the 10th play of the drive for Danville. They've had this ball now for nearly 4 minutes on the clock. Trying to get up by double digits. Handoff, Sharp plowing ahead, didn't get in. This time the Tri-West defense stands tall, or I think he's trying to say that he's still bouncing out, but they said nope, his forward progress was stopped. I mean, that, even though that play doesn't count for a touchdown, shows you how dedicated Sharp is.
No doubt. I mean, he's going to go all the way till the whistle. He's going to keep his legs pumping, and that's one of the reasons why he's been able to break so many tackles tonight. He's definitely a fierce competitor. You can see right here, Tri-West did a great job kind of submarining, getting underneath the Danville offensive line, pushed him back, and we're able to stop Sharp at least on that play.
Yeah, Blake Sonic's in there. Gain of 2, though. 2nd and goal for Tri-West from the 1. Hard count from Thompson. He pitches it, Stutes, and Stutes scoots his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Danville, and they now lead it 13-0.
Yeah, another great play design. I wasn't sure they were going to get the ball off on time with the shifting and everything that they did. But they shifted over, gave a really strong formation look to the offense's right, and then came back with the pitch weak, and pretty much the Danville running back was able to walk into the end zone here.
Caleb Harvey made one from the other end of the field. Tries to make one on this end. Thompson is the holder. Snap is good. The hold is good. The kick. He nails it. Danville 14, Tri-West nothing. 8:57 left in the second. You're watching the ISC Sports Network.
Your Warriors lead it.
Leaps ahead. Still on his feet. Stevens lunges. Are you kidding me?
Champions of Marion County. Unbelievable.
Touchdown.
Living up to that last name.
Wabash has the lead for the first time today.
Said that was going to be a highlight reel.
Oh, baby.
Yeah, you can celebrate after that.
Tonight's game brought to you in part by Endeavor Communications, offering a variety of internet speeds that fits your family or business needs. Surf the internet faster than ever before with internet speeds up to a gig. Contact them at weendeavor.com for more information. That was a scoring drive for Danville that went 11 plays, 74 yards, and took 4 minutes and 58 seconds off the clock. Trevor Stutes takes the pitch and runs it in from a yard away. Extra point good. And Danville dominating this game so far as Caleb Harvey comes in to kick off.
Back deep to receive for
Sometimes
Tri-West,
your
number
best
1,
defense,
Jeffrey
John, is your
Marsh
offense,
Jr.
keeping the ball
And
away from
6,
Tri-West.
Alex Zayas.
This will only be their second possession in the game, and Danville's already up 14-0.
Both of them have played only one game this year coming into tonight. They had only played one previous game against 3A competition. Both teams have played teams from Class 4A and above. As Harvey angles this one as a deep onside kick, has to be picked up on the bounce by Alex Zayas. And if Zayas didn't pick that up, there were Danville guys swarming on it. That's why they kick it that way. But still, pretty good field position for Tri-West here with 8:55 to play in the second quarter.
Yeah, Tri-West needs to make something happen here on this drive. They've got a lot of playmakers. You have to give the Danville defense credit. They've been taking most of them away. It might be time to try and put one down the field, try and challenge the Danville secondary.
So Tri-West had the ball on the opening drive, went 3 and out. The second drive they had it go 9 plays. They had it for nearly 5 minutes, but they came away with no points. And here they are with opportunity number 3. Ty Owens back to work. Fakes to Brown, stepping up. His pocket was clean, now it's not. Fires across the middle, has a completion out near midfield. Well done there by Noah Lean. He's saying he was down, and they say he was. He was tackled there by Caden Collins. Still a first down for the Bruins.
Well, they tried to take a shot here off the play action. You have to give the Danville secondary credit. They stayed deep, and Lean was able to find a throwing lane and got the first down.
That was a gain of 17 yards. We got a 4 receiver set. Handoff Brown. Brown spins, still going, and down he goes at about the 48-yard line of Danville. Gaining 3, second down and 7. First man there, Trey Ross.
Again, with Danville having 6 in the box right there, you have them outnumbered. I wouldn't be surprised to see a little zone read play with little quarterback keeper coming up here for Tri-West.
Also in there, Andrew Smith. Andrew Smith's a guy that Jamie Comer's been raving about this year with how well he's played. Pressure coming off the edge, throw out there, caught at the 40, still going for a Tri-West first down. Good awareness there by Owens to get rid of it to his favorite target, Cole Morgan.
Really well-designed play right here. Was a little hitch route on the inside, a little bit deeper in route on the top with a post route taking care of the safety. It gets a big first down here.
Smith and Caden Collins on the tackle. Gain of 13, though, and another Tri-West first down. Their second on this drive. Owens has Morgan wide to his right. Brown's back there with him. Owens steps up and fires, looking for Morgan again, and incomplete. 2 guys were out there covering. The first man was Ethan Walls, who's been a big factor these last couple times here, Dale, on defense.
Yeah, Walls having a very good game. You know, you'd really like to see Cole Morgan kind of hug the bottom of the numbers instead of running right down the sideline. Give the quarterback a chance, give Owens a chance to dump the ball in there to him between the numbers and the sidelines. It looked like he had the Danville corner beat there.
Cole Morgan with his 12th reception of the season earlier on this drive, getting close to 200 yards receiving. Fake to Brown, and Owens finds Morgan again. Morgan spins forward, has a first down, out to the Danville 20 where they spot it. Gain of 15 and a Tri-West first.
You know, coming off again the play fake right here. This is a true play action pass. Outside linebacker bid up, opened up the lane to throw the slant, and another first down for Tri-West.
Ethan Walls and Jackson quickly combined to bring him down, but not before he picks up a first. Tri-West picking up the tempo here. 7 minutes to play in the second. Now Owens looking over at his head coach, Jason Ward. They have 3 first downs on this drive. Play clock was getting close to 0. Owens fires to the end zone, looking for Morgan again. Batted away. Nice play by Ethan Walls. Second down and 10.
It's 2 nice pass breakups that Ethan Walls has had tonight. I was kind of surprised to see them take a shot at the end zone since Danville was playing coverage and they had favorable numbers in the box potentially for a run.
You can see why they like that matchup with Cole Morgan, 6'1", 170 pounds. Now Danville puts B.J. Wiest on Morgan. Handoff, Brown. Brown trying to get to the outside, breaks off a tackle. He's close to a first down, just down outside the 10. They spot him at the 12, so that's a gain of 8. Third down and short.
21, Devon Brown.
Wyatt Gentry had an opportunity here to make a tackle for about a 2-yard gain and just missed it. That shows the elusiveness of Brown and his ability to run through a tackle as well. Again, with those light box numbers, called to run that time, and it worked out well. Gives him a 3rd and short.
Jeffrey Marsh, the wide receiver, at the bottom of your screen. Morgan is at the top. 3rd down. Pitch to Brown. Brown close to it. He might not have gotten it. Danville fans and the sideline of the Warriors certainly don't think he got it. Depends on the spot. They've changed the down marker to 4th, so it's 4th and short here for Tri-West.
Wyatt Morgan again does a nice job, or Wyatt Gentry does a nice job setting the edge here. He forces Brown back inside to the pursuit, and now we've got a big 4th down here for Tri-West.
Braden Hahn leading the charge for Danville. Handoff to Brown. Brown's got it. He just needed really to get inside the 10, and he did. Ended up getting to the 7-yard line. That is a gain of 3 and a first down for Tri-West.
A little quick snap here by Danville, or by Tri-West. They got up, they caught Danville before they were set. Got a good push, and now Tri-West has a 1st and goal. They really need to come away with a touchdown here.
Tri-West has had the ball for nearly 4 minutes on this drive. This is play number 10 of it. Morgan wide to the right. They bring in Connor Siester in the slot left. Watch out for him. He's had 2 catches tonight. He throws to Siester, who makes the catch and waltzes in for a Tri-West touchdown.
Wyatt Gentry's made some really big plays here defensively. I'm not quite sure what he was looking at right there, but he kind of got flat-footed, allowed the receiver to get back in front, and you know, Owens can throw the rock here a little bit. He wasn't going to miss that.
Extra point try will be attempted by Cortland Williams. He is 14 of 17 on PAT tries this season. The holder, Malachi Walden. Snap a little bit errant for a second, and the kick is blocked. Though Danville Warriors stand tall on at least the PAT try, and it's 14-6. They still lead. 5:04 left in the second. You're watching high school football on the ISC Sports Network.
Again?
Tortured by technology? Have no fear. Endeavor is here with Speed Geeks. Our Speed Geeks are expert technicians ready to rescue you from technology troubles. Our experts are here to get and keep your Wi-Fi running properly. We'll even make sure all of your devices stay connected. Give us a call or visit weendeavor.com to see if you're in our service area. Endeavor Communications, technology for real people.
Tonight's game brought to you in part by Paul Sylvester Leadership Coaching. Company executives, middle managers, and even employees aspiring to a management role seek the professional coaching advice of Paul Sylvester. Danville leads it 14-6. And let's go back. Dale, this is something that you talked about in the pregame, the importance of the kicking game for both teams. And here was things going awry for Tri-West. It started with the snap.
Yeah, it started with the snap. It was a poor snap, and then somebody on the inside got a hand on it. You know, in a game like this, every point counts. And that could be a big block right there as we get down towards the end of the game. We'll see.
Cortland Williams on to kick this one away. He's had a few touchbacks this season. See if he tries to kick it into the end zone or go the Danville deep onside route. He's electing to kick it deep. And one of the men back there for Danville, Wiest, makes the catch on the return. And Wiest with a good return. Wiest breaking loose, getting to the edge. Wiest is pushed out of bounds near midfield. B.J. Wiest got it inside the 10, takes it all the way to the 46. That is a 38-yard return for Danville.
Caleb Pfeiffer for Tri-West did a good job getting off a block, but was not able to make a tackle. And then the Danville kick return team just does a nice job blocking. They stay with it. And when Wiest changed direction right here, good job by the Danville players not getting caught with a block in the back or a hold. That was pretty good. Again, kicking game. big return, gets the ball almost to midfield.
Making sure B.J. Wiest gets the ball, too, if you're Danville, and he lines up in the slot left. Danville has not called a pass play tonight. Everything has been a run, either to Darren Sharp or Stutz or a run by Thompson. That's been it, and it's worked so far. That's why they lead 14-6. Give it to Sharp again. Sharp goes down just shy of midfield.
Again, really good push here by the Tri-West defensive line. I mean, they are really stacking the box here. They had 9 players between the tackle and the wing right here, trying to stop. I think
it was Max Ward who made that stop, but he was also helped out by several of his teammates. 2nd down and 7.
Can't believe I couldn't remember Sharp's name here. He's been taking the whole ball game. But great job by the defense. Again, they're one-on-one on the outside. You might have to see Danville throw the football.
Scrafton and Wiest. And now watch Trevor Stutz. He comes in motion again. A whistle, timeout, called by Jamie Comer and Danville. So now Danville is out of timeouts, and it looked like they were about to run their first pass play of the night. And instead, they end up calling their 3rd timeout with 4:06 to play, but they lead it 14-6. So what do you think, Dale, that they might do in order to try to get this passing game incorporated? Because, at some point, Tri-West will make them.
They're in that point right now, as I said, on the last running play, and as good a runner as Sharp is, when you've got 9 players up on the line of scrimmage, it's very difficult to find any space to run. So you could see that we're going to try to fake the toss and then sprint out to the field where they had one-on-one coverage. And I think that's what they're going to have to do, is try and get outside the pocket, take advantage of the one-on-one that Tri-West is giving them, because right now Tri-West is saying, you got to throw the football if you're going to beat us.
Tri-West scoring at 31 points a game, allowing 23. Danville scoring 24 and allowing 25. And if Danville can get another touchdown out of this drive, they'll be almost near that points per game total by halftime against one of their biggest rivals. Especially they play in the same conference, and they are not that far from each other. These two teams rivals in a lot of sports. Throw out left, that's caught by Wiest. Wiest going down the sideline, breaks loose again, has a Danville first down. So you mentioned in the pregame, Dale, they got to get the ball to Wiest. They do it here.
They did, and just on a little bubble screen concept. And Jay Scrafton, the sophomore on the outside, did a great job, got a great block, sprung Wiest, and now it's a big first down for Danville. Looks like they're back in business again.
Pushed out of bounds by Zayats and Brady Hamstra, but it is a 1st and 10 for the Warriors with 4 minutes to go in the second quarter. They're stacking those receivers up with Stutz and Scrafton. Throw out to Wiest. They try to get blocking for Wiest. Wiest able to use some of it. And he is shoved out of bounds at about the 32-yard line. The man who finally got him out, Corey Hill. But another nice play for B.J. Wiest.
Again, just simple little bubble screen, this time to the 3-receiver side. And great blocks out in front by Trevor Stutz and Jay Scrafton. And Wiest does the rest, breaks a tackle, and gives him a 2nd and short.
Yep, gain of 8, 2nd and 2. Tri-West has all 3 of their timeouts, but the big thing they've got to do is find a way to get a stop here. Hand off, Sharp. And Sharp has a first down inside the 30 to the 27, picking up 5.
Danville going to the spread formations and now showing that they're not going to be afraid to throw the football. They were able to widen out the Tri-West defense, opened up a running lane, for Sharp. And if he can continue to get 4 or 5 yards of carry and just eat this clock, Tri-West might not get the ball back here in the second half.
Amari McIntosh in on the tackle for Tri-West, but it came a little too late as Danville gets another first down. Their 6th first down of the first half. Sharp up the middle, no room to go. Tri-West players converge on it immediately. The first guy there, Amari McIntosh again, number 55 on your screen there.
McIntosh did an excellent job here. He just defeats the block. He's able to come down and take Sharp to the ground. You don't see Sharp going down that easily, but McIntosh put a big hit on him.
No gain on the play, or well, they say maybe a yard, so 2nd down and long still. Inside 3 minutes to play. of a game that Danville has been in control of, and since Tri-West got the ball to begin the contest, Danville will get it to start the second half. And right before Thompson can pick the ball up and snap it and throw, it's a flag down, and it's our first flag of the evening.
Yeah, I think there's a legal procedure against Danville.
Penalty marker on the play. False start against your Warriors. Still second down.
Tri-West was trying to do a little stunt, a little tackle twist game inside. And even though the Tri-West down lineman moved, he didn't move forward. He was moving laterally, and that caused the Danville, one of the Danville offensive linemen to move.
That moves the ball back to the 30-yard line. That's our first penalty of the night for either team. 2nd and 14. And we might have another one here.
Yeah, I think we got with the shift by Danville, we've got Tri-West on the offsides call. So we're back to where we were a play ago.
Offsides.
So we've gone from 2nd and 9 to 2nd and 14 to back to 2nd and 9.
Yeah, you know, the Tri-West defense is just trying to get off the ball. They're trying to make something happen. They've been getting pushed around so much tonight. And just that little shift, that little movement caused them to jump, but they still have Danville in 2nd and long.
And they bring in Evan Lawrence, does Danville here. Big 6'7", 230-pounder. He can play tight end on offense, and he's also been known to play defensive line on the defensive side. Let's see how they decide to play this. Stutes is in the game. He's already got a touchdown tonight as well. Sharp gets the carry, and they hold on to him. McIntosh again read it perfectly.
Again, Tri-West came out with a tight end left, the wing to the right. So, Danville did. Tri-West then stacks the box, trying to slow down the running game, and they're able to do that, to put Danville in a 3rd and long right here. Again, that was McIntosh defeating a block, making a tackle in the backfield.
They give him the 24-yard line. It's 3rd down and about 8. And if I'm Tri-West, I consider maybe using a timeout at some point to try to stop the clock.
Yeah, you might think about that, especially since Danville gets the ball to start the second half.
Thompson opting to throw, and that is incomplete. Now you don't have to use the timeout because Danville just stopped the clock for you.
Yeah, again, Danville, trying to make something happen, throwing the football. They took a little sprint out action, though, into the boundary, allowed Tri-West to use the hash mark to the sideline to kind of squeeze the receivers, Danville's receivers, and ball had to get thrown away here. Big 4th down here for Tri-West.
Not much confidence in the kicking game of Harvey. Harvey has not, well, he's attempted 1 field goal this year, and he made it. That was a 24-yarder, though. From this distance, it'd be 42, so they are electing to go for it here on 4th and 8. Stutes goes in motion again, and flags fly.
Yeah, they weren't, motion man was not, did not allow everybody else to get set before he went in motion, so we're going to have a illegal shift, I believe.
Now it's 4th and 13. This also allows Tri-West to make a substitution. They bring back in Caleb Pfeiffer.
Yeah, McIntosh has been playing hard inside, and inside against all those big bodies. He deserves to get a little bit of a break here.
So not an ideal situation. You bring it back to the 29. That makes it 4th and about 13. So Thompson's going to have to gun it here. But that's probably where you try to get the ball to B.J. Weist and see what he can do.
Yeah, that's, you want to go to your go-to guy. I'm assuming that Tri-West is going to have 2 people keeping an eye on number 17 for Danville for sure.
He's at the bottom of your screen. Everybody else is stacked near the line, including Darren Sharp, the deep back. Stutes comes in motion. And he's looking down the middle. Might have Weist, and might have been contact, but no flag. I think what might have happened there, Blake Sonicson dove, and Danville fans thought that he got the leg of Weist. Weist thought so too. No flag though, so it's a turnover on downs, and Tri-West gets the ball back with 1:05 to play in the 2nd quarter and all 3 of their timeouts.
Well, Danville had the right call on there, and I got to give Tri-West defense coordinator's got some guts there, Gus, basically going one-on-one coverage with Weist. Weist had the DB beat, but Danville didn't execute, and So now it's first down. Tri-West offense. They can go down the field here with what they can do with their offense.
They are certainly capable of doing that. Owens has pressure now, fires, pass hauled in, catching that one, Noah Lean, and he didn't get the first down though. He's a little bit shy by about a yard or so. He did go out of bounds, however, so that stops the clock at 59 seconds.
So they went to sprint out pass here, trying to make sure that they can get the ball to a receiver on the sideline, let him get out of bounds and stop the clock if he can't get a first down.
Owens looking, acted like he was going to option it. Now he gets decked, but he has the first down. So even though he gets the first, that stops the clock for a moment.
Ty Owens on the keeper.
But Danville read it and didn't let him do anything more dangerous with it.
Yeah, it was definitely a lead or speed option play, and Owens did a nice job getting the seam. He got the first down, but the clock's running. We got to get going here, Tri-West.
Braden Hahn with the tackle. 40 seconds and counting. Owens stepping up and firing. Pass tipped into the air and nearly intercepted.
Owens' pass falls in.
Almost got picked off by Jackson Quigley, and one of the men up front got a hand on it.
So this time they weren't going to let him get the slant route in behind. They had pretty good defense there. Of course, the tip pass helped as well. And, of course, that does stop the clock, though, for Tri-West. So they've got second and long.
And that was Darren Sharp who got his hand on the ball. My goodness. Owens looking out. Had his man, Siester, who already has a touchdown tonight and has a few catches, but could not haul this one in. Third down.
Threw the ball just a little bit behind him, and Siester wasn't able to pull it in. They did stop the clock, but they need a first down here, or I think they're going to have to punt the ball. They certainly don't want to go for it on fourth down, give Danville an opportunity.
Devon Brown the back, Siester in there as well. So is Cole Morgan at the top of your screen. Owens looking around, pressure coming in his face, batted up in the air, incomplete. Batting this one
Owens'
down
pass falls
was Evan Lawrence.
Broken up by
great pressure up the field by Evan Lawrence. The Danville defensive line really doing a nice job. It looked like they're trying to set the screen up, and you know, that's tough when your quarterback's a little bit shorter and you've got a 6'4" defensive end coming at you. Q's just got to get up on his toes, try and get the ball over, and wasn't able to do it.
Now remember earlier, it's Malachi Walden punting it away to Wiest, and he bobbled the snap earlier. This time he gets this one away, and they don't call for a fair catch. Instead, they decide to go with it, and that is Danville's Caden Collins, and Collins runs it back to the 37-yard line, a 9-yard return.
Again, floated the snap back there this time, and if Danville would have had a sort of a punt rush on, they might have gotten this one, but as it is, I think it's going to come back here. I think there was a block in the back.
A flag is down around the 43-yard line. Yep, it is against Danville. So Danville might with this penalty, because you would have had the ball closer to midfield, and now with this penalty, that's going to back them up to around the 20-yard line or so. So backing that up further might change Coach Jamie Comer's strategy here.
Well, they're going to get the ball to start the second half, so my guess is they're either going to hand it off or take a knee and go in the locker room with an 8-point lead.
They'll have it 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
That's a difference of about 20 yards, that penalty.
Yeah, that really takes Danville out of any thought of really trying to make something happen right here.
That negates what was a 45-yard punt, 9 yards on the return. They line up in the victory formation. Thompson just takes a knee, and that does it for the first half. We got a lot to get to in our halftime show coming up. We got highlights, statistics, and even a trivia question. All that and more comes your way when we come back to Danville next on the ISC Sports Network, where local lives here.
Fall means football, and on the ISC, we've got you covered all season long. Catch our broadcast live on television on MyND TV 23 and Comcast 81, as well as streaming on ISCSportsNetwork.com. With a subscription to ISC for only $4.99 a month, you get access to our entire library, viewable anytime, anywhere, on our website or on the ISC app. Don't miss a single broadcast. ISC Sports Network. Football lives here.
Your halftime score, Danville 14, Tri-West 6 on the ISC Sports Network. That was a first half that didn't even take an hour because of how well both teams were running the football, especially the Danville Warriors. They lead it 14-6. Along with Dale Carlson, I'm John Herrick. Let's recap on how we got to this point. Tri-West won the toss. They decided to get the ball first, and they went 3 and out on their first offensive drive. However, it was Malachi Walden not getting a great snap to him when he had to punt the ball away, and then after he bobbled the punt, he tried to take off and run with it. He was tackled by Wyatt Gentry. Danville got to take over at the Tri-West 25-yard line because of that. Then they would go 25 yards in 5 plays, take 2 minutes and 39 seconds off the clock. Darren Sharp runs it in from 4 yards out. The extra point was good. That made it 7-0 Danville. Then Tri-West would get the ball back on their second drive of the first half with 7:11 to go in the first quarter. They would go on a 9-play drive. However, their drive stalled when they got to the Danville 26. They turned it over on downs. Danville got the ball back there from their 26 with 2:55 to go in the first quarter. They would go on a very impressive 11-play, 74-yard scoring drive that took 4 minutes and 58 seconds off the clock. Trevor Stutz runs it in from a yard away. The extra point is good. That made it 14-0 Danville. But back came Tri-West on the very next possession with 8:55 to go in the second quarter. They would go on a 10-play, 68-yard scoring drive that took 3 minutes and 51 seconds off the clock, and it was Owens throwing that touchdown to Connor Siester from 7 yards away. However, the extra point was blocked, and that made it 14-6 Danville. Then Danville would get the ball back with 4:52 to go in the second quarter. They would go on an 8-play drive, but then thanks to a couple of penalties and some incomplete passes, they turned it over on downs at the Tri-West 29. Then Tri-West had it with 1:05 to go from their own 29 with all 3 timeouts. They did gain 9 yards on their first play. Then they got a first down on a quarterback run by Owens, but the next 3 passes were incomplete, and they had to punt it away to Danville. And even though Danville had a good return on the punt, because of a penalty they got on the return, they ended up having to start from their own 22 instead of their own 42, so they just decided to take a knee and end the first half. And that is how we got to 14-6, which is your halftime score. Advantage Warriors. Back with much more in just a moment. You're watching our halftime show on the ISC Sports Network, where local lives here.
Wabash always fights. Our motto brings the spirit of competition to everything we do. In top-notch athletics, we have a championship pedigree that is unrivaled. Off the field, we boast outstanding theater, music, and choral programs, intense intramurals, gaming, and more. The Wabash experience doesn't end at the classroom. Whether you play to win or just for fun, this is the place to be. Come to Wabash. Play more.
The ISC Sports Network is your home for sports content across the Hoosier State. Find us live on TV and streaming or archived on our website and our app. The ISC is your one-stop shop for the content you want to see, including high school sports, college sports, and other great events throughout the year. Subscribe to our streaming service and get access to it all. ISC, local lives here.
It's our halftime show here at Danville, who leads Tri-West 14-6, along with Dale Carlson. I'm John Herrick with you from Warrior Field. Dale, this is just one of those games where it feels like both teams can make plays, but it's almost like neither team has enough possessions that they'd like to have. So since things are so limited, how do you think how both teams are going to figure out what the key plays are in the game and how to make them here?
Well, you know, John, one of my favorite coachisms is a Bill Parcells quote, you know, the old Giants, Dolphins, Cowboys head coach, and he said that in any close game, there's going to be 5 or 6 plays that you have to make. And those are going to be the difference makers, but you never know, and they're not necessarily going to be big plays, but they're going to be things like a blocked extra point. They're going to be things like Ethan Walls breaking up that 4th down pass on Tri-West second drive to keep them out of the end zone. So you can see right now, Danville's already made 3 of those types of plays that you need to make to win a game like this, and Tri-West has not made any yet. So I think that's going to be the key here. Is it going to be a 4th down stop? Will it be something in the kicking game? Will it be a big play that needs to get made? And conversely, Danville had an opportunity to really blow the game over when they had one-on-one coverage on their stud, Weist, on their last drive, and they weren't able to connect with the post route. So that was a play that Danville didn't make. So we're going to have to see here coming back, exactly what the strategy is going to be. I would think that Tri-West may try to run the quarterback a little bit here. He's got 106 or 7 yards rushing on the season, maybe a little zone read type of offense, and Danville is going to have to win in the passing game. I really don't think that Tri-West is going to allow them to run the football like they were able to do early in the game.
And you mentioned special teams, and I'm glad you did, because coming into tonight, that was a big story. And you had the bobbled punt by Tri-West on their opening drive, which led to Danville's outstanding field position. Then they missed an extra point. And, right now, it's almost like you have to look at it and say which team who, neither one of them has a kicker that can kick it a long distance. So it's almost like whichever team can minimize the mistakes on special teams can come away with the winner. And right now, Tri-West has made too many mistakes in that area of the game.
Absolutely. The bobbled snap was big, and obviously the missed extra point is going to force them into going for 2 here, most likely at some point in the game. But even Danville made a mistake there right at the end of the half with a personal foul, where potentially the ball's at midfield. Maybe you can take a shot to Weist and try and get him in that one-on-one situation down the field, or just throw one up and let him be an athlete. But they had that taken away from him too. So again, it doesn't look like you look in the box score that was a big play, but potentially it could be at the end of the game.
And it's 14-6, Danville with the lead right now, and it's time for our Wabash College trivia question. During their outstanding 135-year history of college football, the Wabash Little Giants have played 8 different Big Ten teams. After losing 10 games in a row to this Big Ten rival, Wabash earned 5 straight victories between 1906 and 1911. That Big Ten foe was A, Illinois, B, Michigan State, C, Indiana, or D, Purdue. Think about that. We'll come back with our answer to that trivia question in just a moment. You're watching the ISC Sports Network.
Food, shelter, fast Wi-Fi. It's all we really need. Good thing Endeavor has the fast, reliable internet it takes to power all the Wi-Fi hungry gadgets in your home. All at once. With speeds up to 10 gig, get smooth HD streaming video, gaming, music, and surfing, all with no waiting, no buffering, no kidding. Call or click WeEndeavor.com and upgrade to Indiana's fastest internet today.
Leaps ahead, still on his feet. Stevens lunges. Are you kidding me?
Champions of Marion County. Unbelievable.
Touchdown.
Living up to that last name.
Wabash has the lead for the first time today.
So that was going to be a highlight reel.
Oh, baby.
Yeah, you can celebrate after that.
All right, we asked our Wabash College trivia question before the last break, and we'll ask it again. During their outstanding 135-year history of college football, the Wabash Little Giants have played 8 different Big Ten teams. After losing 10 games in a row to this Big Ten rival, Wabash earned 5 straight victories between 1906 and 1911. That Big Ten foe was A, Illinois, B, Michigan State, C, Indiana, or D, Purdue. Dale, do you have a guess?
I'm going to say Purdue.
You are correct, sir. The answer is Purdue. The Little Giants and the Boilermakers have not played since 1928, and Purdue owns an all-time advantage of 19-8-2. Wabash is 1-9 versus Indiana. They're also 1-19. 1-19-1 against the other 6 Big Ten teams.
That was pure guess. I had absolutely no idea, but I thought, well, they're close to each other, so it had to be Purdue.
It's pretty awesome. I think it'd be kind of cool to see some teams play each other. Maybe not just in an exhibition game, but see them play each other like they used to.
Yeah, I don't know. That'd be. I tell you
That's
what.
asking a lot.
Having coached at all levels of college football, I would not have wanted to take any of my Division III teams and go play a Big Ten team. I would never would have wanted to do that.
Well, it's and based on that little giant record, it's something else. But hey, they beat Purdue that one time, and you know that they're going to feel awfully proud of that. By the way, here's what else is going on in the Sagamore Conference tonight. Lebanon is hosting Frankfurt, so Lebanon is 1-1. Frankfurt yet to get a conference win. North Montgomery playing Western Boone tonight, and Western Boone is 1-1. North Montgomery 0-2 in the conference. Southmont at Crawfordsville. That's a tough battle for Crawfordsville because they have not won a conference game yet, and Southmont is a perfect 4-0 on the season coming in, and Tri-West and Danville, of course, playing in this one. So depending on what happens with Southmont and in this game, Dale, we're going to have a lot of conference shakeup at the top of the standings here.
Yeah, I saw Southmont last week, and they are loaded too. Their rushing attack is tremendous. They have a couple of very good skill players, but more importantly, they can also play some defense. And as we're seeing tonight, two pretty good offensive football teams have made some plays, but they haven't made enough of them, to put a lot of points up on the board, at least so far in the first half.
All right, we will get Dale's keys to the second half and also review some of the first half highlights because there were quite a bit of them when we come back to our halftime show in just a moment. You're watching the ISC Sports Network.
Irritated by your internet provider? Have no fear. Endeavor is here with eForce high-speed internet. Download speed? No problem. Download an HD movie in seconds with our remarkable gigabit speed. Endeavor not only provides the latest fiber optic technology, we're also here to help you use it. We also provide television, wireless, security, and telephone services with outstanding local support. Give us a call or visit weendeavor.com to see if you're in our service area. Endeavor Communications. Technology for real people.
Your life is on the go. Now your viewing habits can be on the go. With the ISC Sports Network app, your team is at your fingertips. You can download years' worth of content from the ISC Sports Network library. High school, college, special events, weekly and monthly shows, wherever you find your favorite app. And you can always find out more information at iscsportsnetwork.com.
Let's take a look at some of the first half highlights of how we got to this point. Danville 14 and Tri-West 6. And for Danville, Dale, it was all about the running game. Darren Sharp got things going, but Danville also took advantage of this Tri-West mistake on special teams. Darren Sharp caps it off with the 4-yard touchdown run, and that's how they started leading this entire game.
Yeah, Sharp has been so good for Danville rushing the football. You have to give Tri-West some credit here at the end of the game, or at the end of the half. They were able to make some plays. And I think looking right here at Tri-West throwing the football, they're going to have to find some ways to get the ball out to their dynamic receivers to hopefully open up the run game for them a little bit more.
And do you think we might see more of this, that Trey Thompson kind of quarterback bootleg, which totally had the Tri-West defense fooled?
Well, they're going to have to do one of two things, I think, Danville, because Tri-West is going to stack the box to try and take Sharp away. Either he's going to have to run with the football a little bit, or they're going to have to obviously get the ball to Yeast, but also get the ball in the perimeter on some of those pitch plays to try and keep the Tri-West defense honest.
It is Danville 14 and Tri-West 6. And we will have the start of the second half when we come back in just a moment. You are watching high school football on the ISC Sports Network, where local lives here.
Want lightning fast internet speeds? Choose Endeavor. Go from slow to whoa. From last to fast. And wait to great. Endeavor Communications is bringing the fastest internet speed in Indiana to your town, so you can download huge files in a flash. Stream videos at blazing speeds and game online faster than you thought possible. Think fast and contact Endeavor Communications today at join.weendeavor.com.
Leaps ahead, still on his feet. Stevens lunges. Are you kidding me?
Champions of Marion County. Unbelievable.
Touchdown.
Living up to that last name.
Wabash has the lead for the first time today.
So that was going to be a highlight reel.
Oh, baby.
Yeah, you can celebrate after that.
It is a 14-6 lead for the Danville Warriors over the Tri-West Bruins, along with Dale Carlson. I'm Sean Herrick. Both teams coming back out onto the field, about to start their second half warm-ups. And Dale, what do you think both coaches said to each other in the locker room?
Well, I think for Danville, they're talking about continuing to play great defense. They've done a pretty good job of containing Brown in the run game, and again, this is where we might see some quarterback runs, from Owens. Owens has 110 yards rushing on the season, so they may have to, as I said earlier, do a little bit of zone read. But Danville's talking about continuing to control the line of scrimmage, try to keep players in front, don't give up big plays, which they've done a pretty decent job of so far here tonight. Again, if I'm in the Tri-West locker room, we're going to continue to stack the box. We're not going to let Sharp beat us. We're going to force them to try and throw the football and see if Trey Thompson can either beat us with his legs or throwing the football.
And that is our halftime restorations presented by Get 'em Associates. Locally owned since 1987, the in-house design team means your vision of what's new in your home gets done faster. And there's a 5-year warranty with everything we do. Get it done with Get 'em. Call today, 317-888-5681. I think also, too, with both these teams being so familiar with one another, Dale, and this being just a conference rival, and even if they weren't in the same conference, they would probably be playing each other a lot anyway, because these kids on Danville, a lot of them know a lot of the kids on Tri-West. Some of them are friends with each other. How much has that familiarity kind of played out in this game so far?
Well, I think, because they, play each other sometimes twice a year. Both coaches know each other. They know what the strengths and the weaknesses are of each football team. And it's just a matter of, again, who can make those 5 or 6 plays that need to be made, who can win in the kicking game. And probably it's going to come down to somebody getting a big play here at some point to take control of the game.
It is a 14-6 lead for Danville, and Danville will get the ball to start the second half. And before we get things going, we want to remind you that tonight's broadcast is brought to you in part by the College Prospects of America. The CPOA team knows college recruiting, and they're available 24/7 to provide solutions that serve you. They are your total advocate. The CPOA team will work tirelessly to provide counsel and assess and seek answers for you and your family. From our first phone call through your college graduation and everything in between, email Joe Polizzi at cpoateam@gmail.com for more information. Tri-West spent a little more time in the locker room than Danville did, Dale. Are you surprised by that?
Well, I think I think they're talking again about trying to find a way to control the line of scrimmage, which they really haven't done either offensively or defensively. And my guess is, the coaching staff at Tri-West is challenging their players right now. They got to step up. They got to play a great second half to have a chance to win this football game.
So Danville has a great student section. Tri-West has certainly brought a great fan base as well. We got a clear sky, 77 degrees, no sign of rain or anything like that. It's been a fantastic weather night for football, a game featuring 2 rivals. Again, Tri-West won last year in the postseason, eliminated Danville 18-13. That was after Danville had won in the regular season. Tri-West has won 4 state championships, one of which was helped out by Jason Ward, their head coach now, who helped lead Tri-West to the 1996 state championship that the Bruins won. Danville's got a lot of sectional championships. They made it to the semi-state in 2020. Got a semi-state title there, but they just have not been able to quite get over the hump and win a state championship. So that is one thing that they are trying to do this time. B.J. Weiss going back deep to receive this kick. Tiki Tanksley is also back there, but Weiss is the man back deep that Danville will try to get the ball to on kick returns, as they have done quite often. And Cortland Williams puts the ball on the 40-yard line, and he is ready to kick this one away. Both teams have turned it over on downs once. It's been a very competitive game so far, and Williams drills that one through the end zone for a touchback.
Well, that's a good kick. It's a good kick by Tri-West. They're going to give Danville a long field to go here to start the second half.
In that first half for Danville, 7 first downs. Tri-West had 6, but again, Danville got the conversions when they really needed them, and Tri-West stalled at some critical times, especially on that last drive of the first half, where they got 1 first down and then 3 straight incompletions. Trey Thompson back to work with Stutes in motion. He gives it to Sharp. Sharp with a nice gain up the middle, taking defenders with him to about the 26-yard line.
Sharp on the carry.
Again, it's that push up front by the Danville offensive line, and potentially you could see their size begin to wear down the Tri-West defensive linemen. Tri-West actually got some good penetration right there, but Danville was able to get up to the linebackers to second level and allow Sharp to pick up 6 yards.
Our third quarter replays brought to you by Wabash College. Sign up for a campus tour today at wabash.edu. Gain of 6, second down and 4 for the Warriors. Thompson to Sharp again, and Sharp is buried.
Came out in that unbalanced look again over to the right-hand side and tried to run weak, and Tri-West was all over the weak side dive play right here. Very good penetration. You can see the Tri-West defensive lineman just trying to submarine, take out the legs of their bigger Danville offensive linemen, try to create piles, and hopefully their pursuit can get there to make a tackle.
Spencer Watson and also Owen Fairburn on the tackle for Tri-West, and a big third down here for both teams to start off the third quarter. Stutes the motion man. Movement up front, but I think Tri-West got back in time. Yep, Thompson trying that hard count. Handoff Sharp, doesn't get it. First man there for Tri-West, Ethan Elsie. He's been in on a few tackles for loss. Fairburn in there as well. Tri-West defense read it perfectly.
That's a big defensive series here for Tri-West to get the stop there and put him into a fourth down play.
Now Danville has not punted tonight. You know they don't want to, and they are not acting like it, at least not now. Maybe they try to draw him off. And it worked! Unreal. You knew they were going to try to do that, and it works for or are they going to say false start?
They called false start.
Wow.
Because the left guard or left tackle jumped first. Yeah, boy, you're trying to get the hard count, and you hate to see your team do that, but there's no harm right here. They're just going to have to punt the football away.
So Danville with 3 penalties tonight. And Trey Thompson is back to punt, but remember, he's also the quarterback. I can put him in line for a fake.
Yeah, I think that was a backup offensive lineman, too, that jumped right there, so maybe it could be a little bit of lack of game experience.
Alex Zayats, one of the deep men back for Tri-West. Thompson certainly takes his time before delivering this punt, and it goes out of bounds at about, they are spotting it at the 42-yard line. So that is only a 19-yard punt, no return, but Tri-West gets outstanding field position at the Danville 42-yard line.
Yeah, it was a poor snap. Danville's running the rugby-style punt. Even though the snap was low, he had time and just kicked it off the side of his foot. I think he rushed it a little bit after he got the low snap. And again, it's not a block. It doesn't look like it's a big play, but Tri-West has great field position here to start the second half.
Ty Owens with 3 receivers stacked to the top of your screen. Brown, the deep back. He fakes to Brown. He throws it out there. It's caught by Morgan. Morgan with a nice move. Morgan trying to get to the sticks, and he does, as he spun down at the 31-yard line, picking up 11, but a Danville first finally wrestled down by Wyatt Gentry.
Lean may be the leading receiver on this team, but he had a big block right there that sprung the first down on just a little bubble screen play. And a nice pickup here for Tri-West.
Another replay brought to you by Wabash College. Sign up for a campus tour today at wabash.edu. First and 10 for Tri-West at the Danville 31. Tries to give it to Brown. Owens is in trouble, almost loses the football, and tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, and somehow makes a positive play out of that and gets a yard when that ball was juggling free almost.
I think they were trying to go on the zone replay here, and Owens wasn't quite sure, am I going to hand it off? Oh, no, he bobbled the snap. That's what that was. He bobbled the snap. It was a little bit high. That could have been a disastrous play for Tri-West.
There's Andrew Smith on your screen there, who made the tackle. He was helped out in the end there by Braden Hahn, who's been in on several plays defensively. 2nd and long. Owens fires, and the play is broken up. Excellent play by the Danville defense. Ethan Walls in there on the coverage, and so was Jackson Quigley. Incomplete to Connor Siester. 3rd down.
Quigley is the one that does a really nice job here. He gets his hand up inside and knocks the football away. That's a great play by Quigley. I'll tell you, you have to give the Danville defensive backs some credit here. They've been playing very physical and doing a great job timing those punch outs as the ball gets to the receiver.
I think it's 4-down territory here for Tri-West.
No doubt.
So I don't think they're going to try to, if they don't get all 9 here on this play, not the worst thing. Owens steps up, and he's got room. Goes for the 1st down and gets it. Owens into the middle of the field and backpedals his way down inside the 10-yard line, or right, they'll give him the 10. That's where they'll say his progress stopped, but that's a gain of 20 on the Owens scamper.
They're trying to, again, go to the bubble screen to the right, and there was a little bit of pressure. Danville came up and read it, and Owens used his legs. As we said, you know, he's got over 100 yards rushing this season. He showed his ability to run the football right there.
Wyatt Thompson saved a touchdown. That's the 2nd 1st down on this drive for Tri-West. A touchdown and a 2-point conversion ties it up. Owens in trouble. Owens trying to get out of it. He fires to the back of the end zone. It is incomplete and wide of the mark, trying to get it to Siester. Coverage was good, and the throw is a bit long. 2nd down.
Danville does a really nice job getting pressure on the quarterback right here, forced Owens to have to bail out. He was trying to go to a little switch route concept where the receiver at the top of the screen goes inside, the receiver, the slot receiver to the top goes outside. Danville covered it very well, but he had a receiver in the back of the end zone. He just threw it a little bit too high on the scramble.
Siester remains in the slot. Jeffrey Marsh is out there. Marsh does not have a catch tonight, but he's been in a lot of these wide receiver sets. Throw right, batted away, incomplete. Quigley knocks that ball out of the air. Excellent defensive play by Danville again. 3rd down.
I know he wanted to go the one-on-one into the boundary right here, but it's almost a double coverage play. But Quigley did a nice job, again, shooting his right hand in front, put his hand a little bit late on the receiver to make sure he couldn't get his arms up to try and make a play. Great defensive play.
From this distance, it'd be about a 28-yard field goal if they have to settle for one. But it doesn't, they haven't been look like the field goal going for type. Looks like they might go with 4-down territory. Dumps off across the middle, incomplete. Might have tried to been set up a screen to Brown, and it does not come to fruition. The pressure from Danville up the middle, outstanding from Braden Hahn. It's 4th down, and they're sending on the field goal try.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised that they're going for the field goal. Great job by Danville reading the screen right here and you know, forcing an incomplete pass. We'll see here if a little bit better protection here, a little bit better timing on the snap and the kick here for Tri-West.
So for Tri-West, Cortland Williams, 14 of 18 on PAT tries this year. Has not tried a field goal. The kick here, though, from 28, he knocks it through, and Tri-West is within 5. We'll take a brief timeout. Back in a moment on the IHSAA Sports Network.
Again?
Tortured by technology? Have no fear. Endeavor is here with Speed Geeks. Our Speed Geeks are expert technicians ready to rescue you from technology troubles. Our experts are here to get and keep your Wi-Fi running properly. We'll even make sure all of your devices stay connected. Give us a call or visit weendeavor.com to see if you're in our service area. Endeavor Communications, technology for real people.
Tonight's game brought to you in part by the IndyCard Exchange. They're actively buying collections from all eras of sports cards. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram, or go to IndyCardExchange.com for more information and to see how you can make money off of your collection. 14-9, and the big play on that drive was the 28-yard field goal by Cortland Williams to make it a 5-point game. Danville still on top, Dale.
Well, Danville stood up at 1st and goal and did not allow Tri-West in the end zone, held them to a field goal. So let's see if they can get their offense moving here now in the 2nd possession.
And that's a low line drive from Williams, and it goes out of bounds. which means an illegal procedure penalty on Tri-West. And believe it or not, this is their first penalty of the game.
Well, that's a good decision not to field that kick, to let it go out of bounds. I thought for a minute that the Danville returner might have touched that, but he didn't. So now Danville is going to get pretty decent field position here to start their second possession of the second half.
That last scoring drive for Tri-West, 8 plays, 32 yards, 2:56 off the clock. Cortland Williams kicks a 28-yard field goal. Now Danville, who went 3 and out on their first drive of the third quarter, tries to respond, getting it at their own 35. 7:56 to play in the third. Darren Sharp gets the carry and goes just straight up ahead. This has been the bread and butter play all night for the Warriors.
Yeah, just again running a little straight dive play. This time Danville comes out in a little bit more of a spread set. 3 receivers to the top of the screen. Lightens up the box and lets that Danville offensive line look at the push. I mean, those red jerseys are just pushing those white ones back right now.
Max Ward there on the tackle. Third quarter replay brought to you by Wabash College. Sign up for a campus tour today at wabash.edu. Second down and 2. Handoff Sharp again. Sharp breaks loose. First down and more across midfield and finally decked by Brady Hamstra. But Sharp over 100 yards rushing now and continues to dominate at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, this time they ran a little trap play down the midline. Sharp does a nice job cutting right off the trap block and picks up big yards and a first down. He got a little dinged up right here. Took a shot in the back, but he's a tough player. I don't think he's going to come out.
Thompson went over to the sideline to get the play call.
And as I say that, he's standing on the sideline.
Yep. Different back in there this time for Danville. Looks like that is Luke Woolsey who got the carry.
42, Sean Robinson on the carry for your Warriors.
Sean Robinson, a junior running back. Woolsey's a sophomore running back who might get some carries from time to time, but instead they go with Sean Robinson who gets his carry, first carry of the night to the 45-yard line, gain of 3, second and 7.
Yeah, Robinson hit the hole well. Sharp's going to come back in though, and he's their Warrior, so he's expect him to see a lot of action here.
Did you see what dinged him up on that last play?
It looked like when he went down, either he got a helmet in the back or he fell down on his back. That's what he was holding.
Trevor Stutz, Jace Scrafton, and B.J. Wiest to the top of the screen. They go with Sharp again, and Sharp doesn't get much. First man there for Tri-West, Peyton Hayes, third down.
20, Darren Sharp on the carry for your Warriors.
Looked like it was that little trap with the cutback play right here. Yeah, they did. And this time, Tri-West does a good job squeezing down the trap, squeezing from the backside, doesn't give Sharp any room to run, is able to hold him to a short gain.
Now Peyton Hayes comes out, and Caleb Pfeiffer just checked in for him. Third down and about 6 for Danville. They lead 14-9, trying to add to it. Thompson throws, incomplete on the pass.
Looked like he didn't really step into the throw here. He had an open receiver on the little out route, but just wasn't able to complete the throw.
Intended for 17.
Trying to get it to Wiest.
Yeah,
and
might have been a little bit late too on the throw as well.
Alex Zayats with excellent coverage there as he breaks that one up. And Danville facing a 4th and 6, but this might be go for it time, and I think that is exactly what it is.
I think when you're in a game against a rival school, it's close. You know that one possession isn't going to decide the game. You're going to take a shot here in 4th down.
Sharp remains in there, so does Wiest. Stutz in motion. Thompson rolls, looks, fires downfield, looking for Wiest, incomplete. Coverage was good. The man there in the secondary, Blake Sonicson, all over it to not let Wiest catch that one, and Danville turns it over on downs.
Yeah, I think
pass is incomplete.
You look at the throw right here. I know that, again, they're trying to see if they could get some pass interference call here, but that throw was high. It was a great job getting underneath Wiest by the Tri-West defender, forced the high throw, went out of bounds, and turnover on downs. That's a big defensive stop here for Tri-West.
Danville had the ball for 2 minutes and 40 seconds, could not get any points, though. Tri-West tries to get their first lead of the night. They have trailed the whole game. Pressure coming. Owens is in trouble, and down he goes! The man for Danville coming off the edge, Trey Ross. He came free and stayed with it and knocked it down.
You know, Danville the last couple of series has been kind of all over this bubble screen. Although I think what they were trying to do was to fake the bubble screen and run the go route down the field, and Danville covered it very, very well. Really would like to see Owens just throw that football away and not take that sack. Big defensive play for Danville.
First sack of the night on Owens. And for Trey Ross, that is his third sack of the season. Owens steps up and fires, rolls, intercepted! Intercepted by the Warriors, coming back the other way. They've got Wyatt Gentry, and Gentry goes down just outside the 30. Wyatt Gentry sitting on the route over there, and he comes up with a huge defensive play.
You know, Wyatt Gentry has been making plays all night in the run game. He's the one that's been kind of messing with all these bubble screens. And then right there, he steps in front of the out route, gets a really nice return, gives Danville great field position and a lot of momentum here in the middle of the third quarter.
That is the second interception of the season for Wyatt Gentry. Certainly worth another look there on the Wabash College replay. Sign up for a campus tour today at wabash.edu. So Danville takes advantage of that throw by Owens. They start from the Tri-West 33, and Sharp with a good run right off the bat to the 28, picking up 5, second and 5.
Again, Danville went and spread out the Tri-West defense with that 3-by-1 set. Just ran that quick dive up inside, and that's really where the Danville offensive line is just able to get great push. There's a lot of white jerseys there, but they're getting pushed off the ball, and Sharp, of course, is a tough runner, picks up 6.
It was also Wyatt Gentry who tackled the punter, Malachi Walden, on that bad snap on special teams to start off the game.
Yeah, Wyatt's all over the field tonight for sure.
He's been outstanding. They stack the receivers to the right. Some confusion maybe a little bit there. Thompson fires to the back of the secondary, nearly intercepted. He almost gave it right back and went in and out of the hands of Sonicson. He was right there and could not hang on.
Well, I think he threw it a little bit early. Ethan Elzey had really good pressure for the Tri-West Bruins. And unfortunately, that ball got thrown up for grabs. They actually had the post route. He was open. Good throw, gets it, but the pressure up front forced an early throw, and it was almost picked.
14-9, Danville with the advantage. They just got an interception. Wyatt Gentry picks off Ty Owens. That's the 5th interception of Ty Owens on the season, but Danville almost gave it right back, and they've got a critical 3rd and 5. And they keep it on the ground with Sharp. Sharp nowhere to go. 2 guys there for Tri-West, Elzey and also Spencer Watson, 4th down.
Well, I thought like Danville got a little lucky there. I thought their motion man went in motion as Sharp was getting set, but there was no call. Again, it was Sharp, 4th down.
By 50, Spencer Watson.
You got to think that they're going to fake it to Sharp here potentially. Maybe see a little bit of an option play here as they ran in the first quarter. I think they've got a lot of things that they can go to right now. It looks like they're going into tight formation, which usually means it's going to Sharp.
Danville has turned it over twice tonight on downs, trying to avoid doing that a 3rd time. Thompson fires, catch made, first down Warriors. Inside the 15 to about the 14-yard line. And it was Weiss, their money man at the money time.
You know, and that really was very good coverage by Brady Hamster on Weiss, but you know, that's your money guy. That's who's got to make those plays in those tough situations. It was an excellent throw, and big first down here for Danville.
Inside 3 minutes to play in quarter number 3. That's the second first down of the second half for Danville. Handoff, Sharp. Sharp busting loose, still taking defenders with him inside the 10. They spot him down at about the 7.
Yeah,
are they trying to say the ball came out?
No, official's calling it down.
Okay.
Official already called it down.
And they're also telling the head coach, Jamie Comer, for Danville to back up. And Sharp is hobbling. That's not good for Danville.
20, Darren Sharp.
Yeah, it looks like he got grabbed down right around that ankle there. You can see his ankle get twisted.
Oh, my.
But I tell you what, if they had replay, we might be looking at that one.
Gain of
I'm not
about 5 yards
sure he was down there, but that's what the official called. But now Sharp's hurt. That could be big here for Danville going here into the fourth quarter.
Yeah, that ball definitely came out, and it looked like Tri-West may have recovered. So Danville dodges a bullet there. Can they take advantage on second down and about 5? At the 7-yard line, Stutes in motion. Pump fake, fire by Thompson. Intercepted back there by Sonicson. Now, did he get out of the end zone? They're saying he did not. He did. He stayed in the end zone. He did not come out. So Sonicson gets the interception in the end zone for a touchback. He almost had one earlier on this drive, and he gets it here. Looking for Wiest. Turnover on Danville.
I don't know. Was trying to look to see if there was some miscommunication on what Wiest was supposed to do, but it sure looked like he was going to the back of the end zone. And if that throw would have been towards that back pylon, it looks like Wiest makes a play easily. I don't know if Thompson felt some pressure. It looked like he had time to make that throw to the back of the end zone, but he didn't. Great defensive series here for Tri-West. Let's see what they can do with the ball now.
And that is the first interception of the season by Trey Thompson. He's been super careful with the football through the first 4.5 games, and that's his first giveaway of the season. Owens with the quarterback keeper. Brought down. And we've called his name a lot tonight, Andrew Smith. And Dale, you and I talked to Coach Jamie Comer this week for Danville. He said we'd be talking about Andrew Smith a lot.
Yeah, he said we would. Andrew Smith is a very, very good inside linebacker for Danville. They tried to run a little quarterback isolation play there, and Smith was all over it, the block and the tackle.
No gain, 2nd and 10 for Tri-West. The only points in this third quarter have been a Tri-West field goal. Minute 20 left in the third. Owens has time, and he fires deep. Might be too far, though. Yep, over the head of his intended receiver, who is Jeffrey Marsh.
Again, made this comment before, but when you're going to run those go routes, you do not want your receiver to be running right down the sideline. You'd like to see him on the bottom of the numbers, or maybe just a step or two outside the numbers to give the quarterback some space to drop the football in. When the receiver runs down the sideline like that, it's either got to be a perfect throw or it's going to be out of bounds, and we've seen that twice tonight for Tri-West.
That's the first time that Marsh has even been targeted in the game. He's got 8 receptions on the season for 99 yards. Now it's 3rd and 10 already, and the play clock is down to 4. Tri-West has got to hurry. Owens, I don't know, he barely got the snap off in time. He's in trouble. He fires down the middle, incomplete. Trying to get it to one of the men who has scored a touchdown tonight, Connor Siester, but couldn't get it to him, and it's 4th down.
So Tri-West went with the vertical routes, and Siester was the slot to the offense's right. He's got that little bit of a bender just trying to get in the open space, and he was in the open space. A good throw right on him. That's not only a big play. There was nobody behind him. That might have been a touchdown.
Wiest is back deep to receive this punt for Danville. He's got a partner back there with him, who is Caden Collins, and this punt away from Malachi Walden, and it's not a very good one. And that one goes out of bounds on the Tri-West sideline. Depends on where the ball went out in the air. That's where the officials will spot it. Either way, Danville's getting possession to start this drive on the Tri-West side of the field. And it starts at from where they're standing, the 45-yard line. So that is a 25-yard punt, no return.
Yeah, John, I don't think they wanted any chance of kicking the ball to Wiest. I think he was just trying to kick it out of bounds. The idea probably was to get it a little bit deeper, but they did not want to put the ball in Wiest's hands there.
That affects the kicking game like you've been talking about.
And it's those little things. It's not always a big play. It's something like that.
Darren Sharp is back in. He looks like he's been hobbled twice, but he continues to play on. They fake it to him, and the ball is loose. It's taken away by Tri-West. Oh, my goodness. Ethan Elsey pulls it away, and Thompson saves a touchdown by getting back there to tackle him before he can score at the 15-yard line.
I mean, we'll have to see the replay here, but it almost looks like Elsey took the handoff.
I think Elsey just took the ball away from Thompson. He's been in the backfield a lot tonight. Ethan Elsey enjoyed himself with 50 seconds to go.
Yeah, he should. That's a really big defensive play for Tri-West. Oh yeah, the ball just came out on the. I don't know if they were trying to run an option play or what was going on right there, but That was definitely missed on the handoff, and LZ was in the right spot, and Tri-West now has a chance to take the lead.
My goodness, both teams just giving the ball back to one another. And LZ recovers the fumble and runs it back to the 15-yard line. Can Tri-West take advantage here? Brown gets the carry, his first carry of the second half, and Devon Brown has nowhere to go.
And again, who's there? It looks like Wyatt Gentry makes the tackle right there for no gain. Been all over the field.
Wyatt Gentry.
Another look at the
gain of a yard on the play brings up
on the
second
handoff,
down.
Courtesy of Wabash College.
That was that option play. They were trying to run that veer option play, and they just did not execute the mesh.
And then back here on the other side, back to action where the snap is fumbled, and it goes past Owens, and Owens has to fall back on it.
So looks like we're seeing some sloppy play right now by both teams, and Tri-West had a great opportunity. It looked to potentially take the lead right here. Is now looking at third and forever.
Third down.
And that is the end of the third quarter, but we'll remind you that Endeavor Communications is offering a variety of internet speeds that fits your family or business needs. Surf the internet faster than ever before with internet speeds up to a gig. Go to weendeavor.com for more information. We go to the fourth quarter next. You're watching high school football on the ISC Sports Network.
Fall means football, and on the ISC, we've got you covered all season long. Catch our broadcast live on television on MyNDTV 23 and Comcast 81, as well as streaming on ISCSportsNetwork.com. With a subscription to ISC for only $4.99 a month, you get access to our entire library, viewable anytime, anywhere, on our website or on the ISC app. Don't miss a single broadcast. ISC Sports Network. Football lives here.
Wabash men are leaders. In this environment, self-governance is a way of life. Students develop strong leadership skills in classes and labs, on the field and stage, and in clubs and organizations. These men are prepared to take on campus and the world beyond. 1 in 10 of our graduates hold high leadership positions. Presidents, owners, founders, you name it. When you want to lead, you go to a leading school. Come to Wabash. Lead more.
We start the fourth quarter with Tri-West facing a 3rd and 18 from the Danville 23 because of a bad snap that went behind the quarterback, Ty Owens' head, or behind his leg rather. He had to fall on it, a loss of 9. So now Tri-West, they're really out of field goal range at this point. They're going to have to pick up several yards even if they don't get the first down. But they're thinking about trying to find a way to get the lead. Brown is next to Owens. Owens fakes to Brown. Pressure comes, he fires down the field and is caught by Morgan for the touchdown, and Tri-West has the lead for the first time tonight. A 23-yard strike from Owens to Cole Morgan.
Yeah, Morgan does a nice job setting up the post route, attacking leverage to the outside, then makes his move into the post, and you could see the free safety on the other side of the field went with the corner route that was at the top, left the middle of the field wide open, and the one-on-one, and Morgan makes the play, and all of a sudden Tri-West has the lead.
They had a short field to begin with, only having to go 15 yards.
Yeah, that was a tremendous throw by Owens. He really put that post route right on the money.
And things got difficult for them. They lost 9 yards, but hey, they come right back, and Owens fires a strike. And they are lining up to go for 2, and it looks like they're in the wide. Owens is going under center. Owens fakes it to Brown, rolls, tries to take off and get it himself. He reaches. Did he get in? The referee says he does. The 2-point conversion is good, and Tri-West now leads it 17-14 with 11:54 left in the game. You're watching high school football on the ISC Sports Network.
Food, shelter, fast Wi-Fi. It's all we really need. Good thing Endeavor has the fast, reliable internet it takes to power all the Wi-Fi hungry gadgets in your home. All at once. With speeds up to 10 gig, get smooth HD streaming video, gaming, music, and surfing, all with no waiting, no buffering, no kidding. Call or click weendeavor.com and upgrade to Indiana's fastest internet today.
One more look at that 2-point conversion attempt that was made for Tri-West. They totally fooled everybody, including our own camera guys there. And Ty Owens just comes right in and scores there, Dale. You think they might stick with that wing T?
Well, I don't think they're going to stick with it, but that was really good call right there. They had everybody over to the offense's right, defense's left. He did have a receiver coming back the backside of the end zone on the boot, but Owens decided to keep it and made a nice play getting the ball in the end zone. Great call by the Tri-West offensive coaching staff.
Portland Williams to kick off. Again, they've been trying to keep it away from B.J. Wiest, who's back deep. See if they try to keep it away from him again. And they do kick it short. One of the upmen fields it for Danville. Decent return here. And down he goes at the 28-yard line for the Warriors. That was
Teek Tanksley on the return
Teek
for your
Tanksley
Warriors.
on the return, and he was brought down by Tri-West's Brady Hamstra.
Yeah, Hamstra missed a tackle on the last kickoff kick coverage that he was in on, and so this time he was not going to miss right there. You can see him run right through the block and pretty physically throws the Danville returner to the ground.
17-14. This is kind of right around these scores that we've seen the last couple times they've played. It was Danville beating Tri-West in the regular season, 14-7 last year. Tri-West won in the postseason, 18-13. So we're kind of right in that area as Sharp goes back to work getting the carry, and he is dropped down at the 30 for a gain of 2. Second down and 8. First man there, Ethan Elsey, who has a big fumble recovery that he returned for 30 yards back in the third quarter.
Yeah, Tri-West is not going to is going to do their best to not let Sharp beat them here. Again, they were in that tight end wing formation. Danville was. Tri-West putting a lot of people on the line of scrimmage, and they held Sharp to a 3-yard gain.
Danville stacks that line of scrimmage again. The pitch to Stutes. Stutes with a 1-yard touchdown run tonight and is pushed out of bounds.
Trevor Stutes
for a minimal gain there by Alex Zayats.
Run out of bounds by 6.
I think he'd like to try and see Stutes take this ball up inside right here. Wiest actually had a pretty decent block kicking the corner out. I don't know why he ran right in behind him. Should have stuck his foot in the ground and got up that running lane. Wasn't going to pick up a lot of yards, but it picked up more than what he got.
3rd and 6 for Danville. They only have 2 first downs in the second half. They have not been able to score. The last 17 points belong to Tri-West. Thompson fires low, incomplete, trying to get it to Sharp, and the Tri-West defense stands tall. It's 4th down, and now comes the Danville punting unit.
They faked the toss to the left, tried to get Sharp out in the flat. He was actually open, and a little bit better throw. Sharp might have had a chance to catch the ball and get the first down, but unfortunately there was some pressure. Ball ended up in the ground and forcing Danville to punt.
Trey Thompson is handling the punting duties, so beware of that. Noah Lean is back deep, and Brady Hamstra also back there as well for Tri-West. Thompson gets a high snap, rolls, kicks, a decent one, and it rolls, takes a bounce, and it's picked up by Hamstra. Hamstra goes nowhere.
You know, again, that's one of those hidden yardage plays, though. If Hamstra lets that ball bounce, it's probably going to roll for another 10 yards. So by him picking that up, really he had a little bit of a lane to run. You can see it right here. Picks that up, and he only picks up 2 or 3 yards. He probably saved another 12, 15 in field position.
And that was a 38-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. Tri-West, first time tonight they've been able to get back out on offense with a lead. Danville scored the first 14 points of this game. Tri-West has scored the last 17. Syester's in the slot right. Cole Morgan in there as well. Devon Brown is the main back. Brown gets the carry, turns it upfield, has a first down and more, finally chucked out of bounds there by Walls.
21,
Devon Brown with easily his longest carry of the night. He's been bottled up most of the game.
Again, you can see Danville here tries to match the numbers in the box. Tri-West goes to the tight end to the top of the screen. And there's really nobody, no force defender outside for Danville. And as soon as Brown was able to get the corner, he was now up the field, although it looks like he stepped out of bounds short of that first down.
Yeah, I thought he got further than that, but they said he stepped out, so 7-yard gain. 2nd and 3, though, Fake to Brown. Owens steps up, and he takes off and gets a first down easily. Owens still going. Jukes a defender and slides down at the 40 of Danville.
I believe that was a true quarterback read play. Owen is reading the middle linebacker. Middle linebacker actually blitzed, but attacked Brown, gave the big opening for Owens. And as I said earlier, you know, Owens can use his feet to make something happen, and this is 2 drives in a row now where he's had a big run.
Walls had to stop him. 18-yard run by Owens, putting him at 130 rushing yards on the season. 1st and 10 for Tri-West at the Danville 40, leading by 3. Pitch to Brown. Brown trying to get to the edge, cannot. Another big play by Wyatt Gentry, who has an interception and now his first tackle for loss tonight to go along with 8 other tackles.
I mean, we've seen Gentry all night on those toss plays, really do a good job fighting off the lead block and trying to push Brown back into his buddies, but this time he just decides to do it himself. I'm going to play off the block and make the tackle for a loss, putting Tri-West in 2nd and 12.
But again, they love the spread formation. They go with it again. Owens throwing it out there. Pass was wobbly, might have gotten tipped at the line, and he tried to get it to Jeffrey Marsh. Marsh was thinking about catching it and turning it. It's 3rd down and 12. Boy, does Danville need a stop here.
Just trying to run a little underneath route there on the outside, and as you said, I think that ball did get tipped. This is a big 3rd down for Danville. They cannot allow Tri-West to get a first down. More so, I think, for the clock than anything else here.
I think maybe Tri-West tries to, especially if they gain yards on this 3rd down and get close to like maybe 4th and 2 or something, might see him go for it.
Absolutely.
That'll depend on the yardage, though. He fakes to Brown, and Owens has a man across the middle for a Tri-West first down inside the 30 to the 27. Noah Lean with probably the biggest reception of the night.
Well, Noah Lean is the leading receiver for Tri-West, and again, that little play fake, even though it was 3rd and long, you know, you've got to respect Brown running the football in here. The linebacker stepped up. Lean was able to get in behind him on the slant route, and it's a first down Tri-West.
Their 2nd first down of the drive. Their 4th one of the 2nd half. And the bigger thing for them, the clock can move, and they're using as much of the play clock as they can. It is down to 5. Owens keeps it. Fooled some guys on the Danville defense, but there is, yet again, Wyatt Gentry coming over there, helped out by Caden Collins.
But that's a nice job on the zone replay by Owens. You can see defensive end closes down on Brown. Owens pulls it, gets outside, clock's running, picks up 5 yards.
Tri-West ranked 5th in Class 3A, a record of 3-1, 2-0 in the Sagamore Conference. They could be tied for the conference lead at the end of tonight, or they could be in sole possession of first place, depending on what happens elsewhere. Brown gets the pitch, Brown gets to the edge, a first down, but a flag is down as well. See what the flag is about. This might be in the area of holding. Danville bench is celebrating. Let's see if they do have something to celebrate or if they don't.
I know Connor Seister looked like he got a really good block on the edge. I couldn't see who the other receiver was out there, but it might be a hold on that player out on the outside.
Yep, it is. That backs him up. Yep, I think Seister is going to be the guilty party there.
No, I think it was Marsh. It looked like Marsh had his hands outside the frame of the body, right outside on the sideline, right in front of the official. I think Seister actually had a pretty good block right there.
Penalty marker,
at least from my eye.
Tri-West. Still 2nd.
You're the coach. I trust him.
Doesn't matter. It was a penalty, and it got called.
It backs him up to the 28, 10 yards from where it happened. So it's 2nd down and 10. But either way, the clock still moves. Owens has pressure coming, hit as he throws down the middle, and it is caught for the touchdown. Jeffrey Marsh Jr. makes that 28-yard touchdown reception, and it's 23-14 Tri-West.
I think Jeffrey Marsh just made up for the holding call right there. Does a great job. It's just a simple switch post route. Marsh was at the number 1 receiver, pushed vertical, came to the post, got lost in the Danville coverage, lost him. He got behind the safety, And that's a big touchdown here for Tri-West with 7.5 minutes to go.
Cortland Williams on for the point after. The holder is Malachi Walden. Snap is good, hold is good. And so is the kick. 24 unanswered for Tri-West. We'll see if Danville can respond when we come back on the ISC
Extra
Sports
point by
Network.
37. Cortland Williams is.
Your life is on the go. Now your viewing habits can be on the go. With the ISC Sports Network app, your team is at your fingertips. You can download years worth of content from the ISC Sports Network library. High school, college, special events, weekly and monthly shows, wherever you find your favorite app. And you can always find out more information at iscsportsnetwork.com.
Don't forget, you can always see game highlights, promos, and more by following us on social media. You can follow ISC Sports Network on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, and TikTok. Subscribe on ISC's YouTube channel for free game streams, too. Just search ISC Sports Network on any of those platforms. 24-14 is the lead for Tri-West. And they just capped off a 7-play scoring drive going 65 yards. And that took 2 minutes and 55 seconds off the clock. Ty Owens with a touchdown pass to Jeffrey Marsh Jr. from 28 yards. This is a deep kick there from Cortland Williams to B.J. Wiest, and Wiest returning it, still going, out across the 30. And that's exactly why Danville wants B.J. Wiest to have the ball. He's out near the 34-yard line.
Good return by Wiest there. Did a great job seeing his running lane, and then he was able to actually come through and run through a couple of tackles right there to give themselves some extra yards. Danville's got good field position, but I think they're going to be forced to have to throw the football here a little bit, being down 10.
Ty Owens tonight with 3 touchdown passes, giving him now 9 on the season. Now Trevor Thompson and his Danville offense have got to try to mount a response. They've seen Tri-West score 24 unanswered points. Thompson fires, and that catch is made by Wiest. Wiest spins out of a tackle, and down he goes at the 39-yard line.
Wiest is such a tough player to bring down. He does a nice job reading the blocks. Has to take it back up inside, but is able to run through a couple of arm tackles, make a nice run. Maybe that should have been a 2 or 3 yard gain. At least he was able to get Danville into 2nd and 5.
Griffin and Cole able to make the tackle. 2nd down. Thompson steps up, fires. Catch made around midfield. That one is made by Teek Tanksley. His first reception of the night.
That'll be good for a Warrior.
Sprint out pass.
First down.
Tanksley, it's against a little switch route. Tanksley does a nice job setting the ball down in front of the Tri-West defender. Makes a nice catch on the low throw.
And for Tanksley, that is his 6th reception of the season for 61 yards. Thompson fires across the middle. He's got a man. It's Tanksley again. Tanksley breaking loose and goes down to the 28-yard line of Tri-West. That is a gain of 22 yards. So he's had 33 yards receiving on back-to-back plays here.
Tanksley does a nice job on the sprint out pass, just finding a little opening in the zone. He's able to make the catch and then get those yaks, those yards after the catch. That's a big play. That's exactly what Danville needs.
Corey Hill saves a touchdown for Tri-West. We're halfway through the 4th quarter. Thompson pumping, firing, catch made. Wiest shoved out of bounds by Brady Hamstra.
Pass is complete to 17, B.J. Wiest.
Had Wiest on the shorter route here. They ran a corner route behind him. I think they were hoping that Danville would step up on Wiest so he could get that corner route in, but Danville was pretty disciplined on defense there. Stayed back and forced him to throw the ball short to Wiest.
Both quarterbacks have thrown 1 interception tonight. Tanksley in the slot right. Scrafton's over there. Wiest is at the bottom of your screen. Thompson fires. End zone looking for Tanksley, and he's got it! Tanksley hauls it in for the Danville touchdown, and they're back within 4.
Warriors
How big was Teague Tanksley on that drive, Dave?
You know, that was almost, Tanksley was big on the drive. It was basically the same play they had just run. So they're holding the defense with the little hitch route on the outside, and Tanksley just ran the corner route, got in right behind the Danville defense, and there's the big touchdown throw that Danville needed here to get them back in the game. You can see the Tri-West defenders trying to rally back, but Tanksley got in behind him.
Corey Hill was late getting back there, so was Blake Sonicson. Extra point try here from Caleb Harvey. Snap is good, hold is good, kick wobbly, but he got it through the upright.
Extra point.
So Danville is back within three. So
good.
Interesting how when Danville started off the game, Dale, it was they had drives where it was just nothing but runs. On that drive, nothing but pass plays.
Well, they had really no choice. When you're down 10, you've got to start opening up the offense and throwing the football, and you have to give Trey Thompson credit there. Was poised, made some really good throws. And obviously Tanksley made some big catches in there. You know, Weiss really didn't get a whole lot there, and they were able to get the ball to Tanksley for the big plays.
Tonight's game brought to you in part by Endeavor Communications, offering a variety of internet speeds that fit your family or business needs. Surf the internet faster than ever before with internet speeds up to a gig. Contact us at weendeavor.com for more information. Well, as it always is between these two teams, so evenly matched, fun ball game back and forth. That stops a 24-0 Tri-West scoring run. And that scoring drive, 66 yards, 5 plays, a minute 29 off the clock. And Thompson throws a 21-yard touchdown pass to Teague Tanksley. Extra point makes it 24-21. Advantage Tri-West, and they get the ball back with 5:46 remaining. Unless Harvey tries some sort of bizarre onside kick, which I doubt he will. He's been going with deep onsides, though. And he tries, well, it's a little bit of a squibber. And I don't know if that was meant to be a deception type of kick, but Brady Hamstra wasn't fooled by it, and he falls down on it for Tri-West at their own 45.
Yeah, Tri-West had the hands team up. They had 10 players up within about 20 yards of the kick, and we're able to execute that, and they have good field position right here. I'm assuming we're going to see a lot of Brown and potentially Owens on the zone read here, trying to see if they can run the clock out.
Now, Brown has only had 4 carries tonight for 23 yards. See if they get Brown and more involved here. Pitch it to him. Looks like he's got an edge. Turns it upfield, brought down right around midfield.
21, Devon
Brown.
Brown.
2nd and 5 coming up.
Excellent blocking out on the edge by the Tri-West receivers at the top.
Tackle by 49,
and as you can see right there, Brown does a nice job. Danville over pursues a little bit. He cuts up inside. Does not go out of bounds, keeps the clock running.
Evan Lawrence makes the Danville stop. Tri-West, of course, taking all the time they can. Both teams have all 3 of their timeouts remaining as we come up on 5 minutes to play. As the handoff to Brown. Brown has nowhere to go this time. Hahn was there, and also so was Trey Ross. Ross helps finish him off, and Brady Hahn is helping set the edge. 3rd down, Bruins.
Again, very good play. That was the zone read. They had the quarterback covered that time, had to hand it off, and Danville gets really good push up front. Excellent play by Trey Ross, and his buddies come and finish it off. 3rd and long now for Tri-West.
Yeah, he loses 2 yards on that. 3rd down and 7. Danville fans making a ton of noise, as you can probably imagine, hoping their Warriors can get a key stop and get the ball back. Still a lot of time to play.
I think they're going to call timeout here.
Tri-West looked like they were a little bit confused, so they are using their first timeout of the second half.
Well, I think they wanted to run the clock down there a little bit, but I also think they wanted to think about what the call was going to be here. This is a big third down play for them. You know, if they're able to get a first down, allows them to run some more clock in here or force Danville to start using timeouts. If they don't get it, Danville's got a little bit of momentum. See what they can do with the ball.
Danville went 3 and out on their opening drive. Tri-West scored on their opening drive of the third quarter. A Cortland Williams 28-yard field goal. Danville turned it over on downs. Tri-West had an interception. Then Danville gave it right back via an interception. Tri-West punted. Then Danville got it back, but they lost it on a fumble. Tri-West took advantage and scored to make it 17-14. Then after a Danville punt, they scored to make it 24-14. However, Danville came right back in a touchdown pass from Thompson to Teak Tanksley from 21 yards. That put them within 3. And now Tri-West trying to hold on here and run some clock, but they're facing a 3rd and 7 from their own 48. Been an eventful second half. Owens, he had time, now he doesn't. He fires, and he's got a man. Catch, first down, into Danville territory, Cole Morgan.
Owens passes.
He was trying to get that little slant route in over the middle of the field that they've had so much success with. But Danville does a good job covering it up. Got to give the Tri-West receivers here some credit going into the scramble drill mode and getting into the open seam, and Owens found him, and first down.
Gentry and Wiest combined on the tackle, but not before Morgan picks up 17 yards on that pass play. Owens has 3 passing touchdowns tonight, and on the season he's got 9 touchdowns to 5 interceptions. Owens gives to Brown. Brown picks his way forward to about the 31-yard line.
Brown on the
that
carry.
Is a gain of 4.
Tackled by 49, Evan Lawrence.
Evan Lawrence there to bring him down, 2nd and 6. And I think
Gain
Danville, yes.
3 yards on the play.
Danville is using their first timeout of the second half.
Yeah, Danville's going to have to do something here because they can't just let them run the clock down here. It was a pretty decent push there. It wasn't a lot of yards for Brown, but it's those positive yards put themselves in a 2nd and 5, 6. Keeps at least their run game playbook open here for the next play. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a little, again, zone read here because Danville is putting some numbers in the box to try and stop the run.
And we know with Tri-West, they're not afraid to put the ball in the air with Ty Owens.
Yeah, they are not, but I'd be surprised to see them do that here right now. I might think that Owens might use his legs here a little bit to see if he can make something happen, potentially get another first down.
And Brown's longest run of the night has been 7 yards. That time he got about 4.
Yeah, Danville defensive front has done a really good job of really taking Brown out. But as we talked about at the beginning of the game, Tri-West has so many offensive playmakers. It's like, which one do you stop? If you stop one, they're going to find somebody else. And Owens obviously has done a nice job tonight with 3 touchdown passes.
Morgan is at the bottom of your screen. Lean is in the game as a wide receiver, so is Jeffrey Marsh Jr. Brown remains the main back. Give to Brown. Straight ahead he goes. Inside the 30. Backpedaling his way close to a first down. Depends on the spot.
21, Devon Brown.
I believe he's short. We got another timeout by Danville.
So that makes it 3rd down.
Tackled by 23, Andrew Smith.
Andrew Smith tackles him, but he got 5 yards, so that sets up a gigantic 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd
Danville
down.
uses their 2nd timeout. So here's the thing. You know that Tri-West, even if they don't get this on 3rd down, they're going to probably go for it and try to ice the game.
Absolutely. There's no way they're going to kick a field goal or do any of that. It's definitely a 4-down spot here for them. And again, you know, do you run the quarterback sneak here? Do you try and run the zone read play here? Or do you just give it to your workhorse? You know, I think they've got some options over there, and they're probably 3 pretty good ones.
They'd feel pretty great, though, if they could be sitting around with around 3 minutes to go and Danville not having any of their timeouts left.
Yeah, absolutely. And, I mean, whatever happens here, you know, I think Danville, you know, is going to be forced to have to spend that last time out here, if not on, you know, if they don't get the first down or the first down here, Danville will have to stop the clock again.
Just like you hear at Colts home games, Danville bringing out the 3rd down bell. hoping to see if their defense can stand tall. Owens going under center.
Quarterback sneak.
Tries that. Got it on the second effort.
Yeah, really good push by the left side of the Danville line.
Tim
Owens does a nice job, too. You could tell when he took the snap, he was looking for a bubble, and he got right into that guard, left guard center gap. Really good push, and he got the first down. And it's going to be tough here for Danville going down. They just have not used their last timeout, but they're going to have to here on this next play.
As soon as that chain got set for first down, the clock had to wind. It stopped for a moment. Now Tri-West is using all the clock they can. Play clock down to 5. Direct snap to Owens. He is stood up and dropped by Darren Sharp. So no gain on that run.
On the keeper.
There's that quarterback isolation play, trying to use Owens' legs right there, and did a very good job of fighting off the block. I can't see the number. It looked like Braden Hahn from his defensive tackle spot was able to get push on the offensive tackle and allow the linebacker step up, plug the hole for no gain.
So now, no timeouts remaining for Danville. They are using their final one right now. So play calling wise for Tri-West, do you just maybe have Owens run quarterback keepers, or do you let Devon Brown carry it? How do you keep the ball in your hands and that clock moving?
Yeah, again, I think we might see the quarterback ISO play that they ran on the last play. It's a safe play. You're not worrying about a handoff. You do have a lead blocker. You can't just take a knee right here. You don't have enough. There's still enough time on the clock that they'd have to do something with the fourth down. So I would say maybe the ISO quarterback ISO play would be something we might see.
Owens pitches to Brown. Brown has space in front of him. They try to close the gap. Ethan Walls comes over there and tackles him inbounds. That's the key. Tackle him in. If you are Tri-West, you want to stay in bounds here and keep the clock moving. At least they do that.
Yeah, absolutely. Owens does a good job. I think he tries to give himself up there. Danville is trying to get him out of bounds as much as they can. Not able to do that. Again, that's a relatively safe play. Just give that little pitch out there to Owens. Let him get what he can get down, and just keep the clock running.
They gain 3. It is 3rd and 7. Clock moving. Play clock is now inside 10. Now it is inside 5. Owens rolling, just decides to keep it. Hit once, breaks a tackle, and down he goes. Just outside the 20, spotted at the 22-yard line. So not nearly enough for a first down.
Now this is just designed to keep the ball in one player's hands, make sure he stays in bounds, keep the clock running, and just get the fourth down. See if they can get a first down, but more importantly, Danville, if they do stop Tri-West here, they're going to have a long ways to go.
Cannot stop the clock. No timeouts left. Play clock is down to 7. Danville fans making a ton of noise.
They're going to call timeout here.
Yep, Tri-West ticks the play clock all the way down, takes their second timeout of the second half.
Tri-West was trying to get it cheap with the hard counter, their freeze play there, try to get Danville to jump when they didn't. They just wanted to run the clock down. So they've got some timeouts to spare and talk about the fourth down play. You know, with all the skill players that Tri-West has right here, you know, it doesn't matter. The clock's going to stop anyways. You might take a shot at the end zone here, see if you could really ice the game.
Yep, you do that. You'd go up by 10, maybe just 9 if you miss the extra point. So that would definitely put the game out of reach for Danville. But even if they don't gain another yard and they turn it over on downs, Danville's going to have to go 78 yards to score a touchdown, or they're going to have to go maybe about 65 or so yards to get close enough to try a field goal with Caleb Harvey.
That's why I like that. I like with the skill players that Tri-West has to take a shot at the end zone here. Now they're coming out in a tighter formation. I don't know if they will.
Owens with 8 on the play clock, takes the snap, calls his own number, does not get the first down. Fitting enough that Wyatt Gentry, of course, is there to tackle him. So Danville gets the ball back. On downs, the clock stops at 1:24.
Ty Owens on the keeper for Tri-West.
Again, he just went with the safe play.
He stopped.
It was the zone
Danville
read play.
takes over on
Owens
downs.
decided just to keep it. He got some positive yards, but obviously not enough for a first down. So now Danville's got life.
He gained 4, so Danville starts from their own 18. They've now got to go 82 yards for a touchdown. Probably about 70 or so to get in field goal range. Thompson with pressure coming off the edge, floats one out there. It's caught on a screen. 20, 30, man breaking loose. 40, that's Sharp. Sharp still going across midfield. He's brought down in bounds though. The clock stops for a first down, and once the chains get set, they'll move again. And Sharp might be hurt.
That's a great call, though, on the screen play to get the ball to Sharp. Is your best, one of your best players, and allow him to just get up the field. But you're right, it looks like he's hurt.
Sonicson and Hamstra bring him down. The ball is at the Tri-West 45-yard line.
That does stop the clock, though, and since I believe in high school you're not underneath a minute, so there's no runoff.
That's a 37-yard play on the pass from Thompson to Sharp.
I was really surprised that Tri-West, though, gave almost a one-on-one coverage to Wiest over here on the boundary. Their coverage is all tilted over towards the trips to the defense's left, which also helped open up the screen play because there weren't a lot of defenders over on that side of the field.
Okay, so Evan Lawrence just came off the Danville bench to check into the game. And also just checking into the huddle a moment ago was Christopher DiBenedetto, who is a senior quarterback and also the long snapper. So Gentry is in the huddle. Training staff is working on Sharp. Of course, all the players and coaching staff blocking our camera view, but all of our guys doing the best job they can. But yeah, Sharp went down after the tackle and has not gotten up since.
Yeah, I couldn't quite see what happened to him. I don't know if it was a knee or ankle again. I mean, he did hobble with the ankle, but yeah, they're still working on him down on the sideline here before they move him. Now he's up.
Yep, now he's up. While we have a moment, let's thank our entire crew tonight on the ISC Sports Network. Our director, Alan Hughes, our replay man, Alex Hadley, on the graphics, David Cohn, and operating the cameras, Becca Kelly, Vincent Morellis, and Ian Wheeler.
I just wonder if he got the wind knocked out of him, because it doesn't look like he's limping on the sideline.
But he will come off the field, at least for this play. And DiBenedetto checked in. See what Thompson decides to do here. He fires across the middle, and it's wide, trying to get it to Tanksley, second down.
He did a good job. He's looking at Wiest, trying to draw the defense over, which they did, and he just wasn't able to contain or to connect with Tanksley. Tanksley catches that ball. He's got some room to run.
At least the benefit of that play is it stops the clock for you when you have no timeouts. Stutz is in the slot over there with Wiest and Scrafton. Still no Sharp in the game. Fires out. It is caught by Wiest. Wiest has some room. Wiest trying to go and get out of bounds, and he does. Doesn't get the first down, but he's pushed out at the 39-yard line. That's a gain of 6. That makes it third down and about 4.
And that's great presence by Wiest to get what he can get, but also get out of bounds here. Good blocking on the perimeter by the Danville defender or receivers. They do a great job blocking for each other out there.
That was Scrafton, or rather Stutz, who threw a really good block, and Scrafton threw one before that. Scrafton goes out wide to the right. Wiest is at the bottom of your screen. Big third down for Danville. And before the snap is taken, a flag comes down.
Illegal procedure, I believe.
Fourth penalty of the night on Danville.
Is a false start.
That backs him up to the 44. So that just made 3rd and 4, now 3rd and 9.
Of course, we know it's 4-down territory now for Danville, but this makes it a little bit tougher when you have that false start. Those are those penalties that just drive you crazy as a coach because those are definitely preventable.
54.6 remaining. Thompson has pressure coming, fires down there, looking for Tanksley, broken away. And the man who was there and is upset at himself for not having an interception is Corey Hill, number 4 right there. He thought he had one.
Thompson's pass
didn't quite time it right.
Corey Hill did a good job, though. He undercut Tanksley. The throw was a little bit short. Hill was right there with good coverage and could have just iced the ball game there, but Danville's got one more shot.
It all comes down to this, 4th and 9 with 49.9 on the clock.
Well, if I'm Tri-West, I got 2 people on Weiss wherever he is right now.
He is in the slot left. Tanksley's going wide to the left. Thompson has pressure coming, throws down the middle, intercepted, and it's Hill. Corey Hill picks it off. He didn't have one earlier. This time he does, and Corey Hill seals this game for Tri-West.
Thompson, I think, just decided he was going to go to Weiss. He had a little bit of pressure, but just threw one up, and unfortunately, it was picked off. I think we're also going to have a penalty.
Oh, this is a very late flag.
Well, it was a blindside block on the return on Tri-West.
All right.
Is what I saw. So it should still be Tri-West ball, I think.
Personal foul on the Bruins.
That was a post-possession play. This is where the old college coaches isn't with the so it should be Tri-West ball. It's just going to be a 15-yard penalty. Yeah. Yeah, for a minute there, I thought he was the way the crowd reacted that Danville was going to get the ball.
Penalty marker is a blindside block against Tri-West after the interception.
Yep, interception stands, so the penalty just backs them
takes
up.
Over 1st and 10
to the
10-yard line.
That was. I saw it live here, and that's kind of tough on the blind side. No, he definitely blindsided him.
Yeah.
I thought it was a close call when I saw it live, but watching that right there, he was running full bore for him.
What a comeback by Tri-West. They were down 14-0. Just need to take 2 kneel downs. They were down 14-6 at the half, and everything turned around in their favor. They outscored Danville 18-7 in the second half. And Tri-West came in tonight ranked 5th in Class 3A. Played a Danville team that's played a really tough schedule to this point. Danville drops to 2-3. Tri-West improves to 4-0. And Tri-West stays unbeaten in the Sagamore Conference.
Yeah, I don't think they have to take a knee. I think they had the game clock's a little bit ahead of the play clock.
Yep, so that does it. Tri-West completes the comeback, and they get an interception to seal the game late. Well-played game on both sides by both these teams who are big rivals, and both of them put on quite a show tonight. Your final score, Tri-West 24, Danville 21. Dale and I will be back to wrap it up in just a moment on the ISC Sports Network.
Irritated by your internet provider? Have no fear. Endeavor is here with eForce high-speed internet. Download speed? No problem. Download an HD movie in seconds with our remarkable gigabit speed. Endeavor not only provides the latest fiber optic technology, we're also here to help you use it. We also provide television, wireless, security, and telephone services with outstanding local support. Give us a call or visit weendeavor.com to see if you're in our service area. Endeavor Communications. Technology for real people.
Still on his feet. Stevens lunges. Are you kidding me?
Champions of Marion County. Unbelievable.
Touchdown.
Living up to that last day.
Wabash has the lead for the first time today.
So that was going to be a highlight reel.
Oh, baby.
Yeah, you can celebrate after that.
Tonight's game has been brought to you in part by Endeavor Communications, the fastest broadband speeds in Indiana. Visit them at weendeavor.com. By Get 'em Associates. Get 'em Associates design and remodeling contractors. Get it done faster with Get 'em. By the IndyCard Exchange, Indiana's source for vintage and modern sports cards. By Paul Sylvester Leadership Coaching. Leadership coaching redefined. And by Wabash College. Visit Wabash College today at wabash.edu. Along with Dale Carlson, I'm John Herrick. Let's let you know about what happened in the second half. Danville led 14-6 at the break. They got the ball to begin the third quarter. However, they went 3 and out and had to punt. Danville answered with a field goal early in the third quarter. Cortland Williams, 28 yards away, made it 14-9. Then Danville, though, got it back, went 6 plays with the ball, turned it over on downs. Tri-West had an interception. Wyatt Gentry picks off Ty Owens. Then Danville gives it right back to Blake Sonicson, who intercepts the quarterback for Danville, Trey Thompson. And then after he gets it back for his team, Tri-West has to punt it away. Then Danville, they give it right back to Tri-West. Ethan Elsey recovers a fumble, runs it 30 yards back to the Danville 15, and then it's a 3-play, 15-yard scoring drive that takes 56 seconds off the clock. Owens throws a touchdown to Cole Morgan, 17-14 Tri-West after they got the 2-point conversion. Then another 3 and out by Danville. Tri-West would then go on a 7-play, 65-yard scoring drive, 2:55 off the clock. Owens had a 28-yard touchdown pass to Jeffrey Marsh Jr. The extra point made it 24-14 Tri-West. Then Danville comes back, though, with 7:15 to go in the fourth quarter. They start from their own 34. They go on a 5-play, 66-yard scoring drive, take a minute and a half off the clock. Thompson throws a 21-yard touchdown pass to Teek Tanksley, and the extra point made it 24-21. Tri-West then would go on a long drive, take over 4 minutes off the clock. They would turn it over on downs. Danville tried to get down the field as fast as they could. They had to go from their own 18 with a minute 24 left, but then Corey Hill intercepts Trey Thompson, and all Tri-West had to do after that was take 2 kneels, and they take 2 knee downs, and they win it 24-21. Be back with final thoughts after this. You're watching the ISC Sports Network.
Want lightning fast internet speeds? Choose Endeavor. Go from slow to whoa. From last to fast. And wait to great. Endeavor Communications is bringing the fastest internet speed in Indiana to your town, so you can download huge files in a flash, stream videos at blazing speeds, and game online faster than you thought possible. Think fast and contact Endeavor Communications today at join.weendeavor.com.
Leaps ahead, still on his feet. Stevens lunges. Are you kidding me?
Champions of Marion County. Unbelievable.
Touchdown.
Living up to that last name.
Wabash has the lead for the first time today.
Said that was going to be a highlight reel.
Oh, baby.
Yeah, you can celebrate after that.
24-21 is your final. You see the crowd there filing to the exits. A hard-fought battle between both these teams, but Tri-West at one point scores 24 unanswered before Danville scored to get back within 3. But in the end, Danville falls short, and Tri-West improves to 4-1 and continues to show why they are the number 5 ranked team in Class 3A. Along with Dale Carlson, I'm John Herrick. Dale, your final thoughts about what was an incredibly hard-fought game by both teams.
Yeah, it's always hard to see a team, either team lose in a game like this, but they both had chances, and Tri-West was the one that came out with those plays that we talked about at halftime. You know, we have to go back and look at the film and figure out which 5 or 6 plays they are, but they were the ones that made the plays, and they won in a close game. Danville did a great job taking Brown out of the game. Tri-West, really good running back, but of course, as we said, there's so many offensive weapons that Tri-West had, and Owens is a tremendous quarterback, and he made some great plays with the 3 touchdown passes tonight. And they stopped sharp in the second half for the most part, and I think that's what led to Tri-West's win tonight.
Tri-West has now won 2 straight in the series, and Jason Ward, their head coach, who helped Tri-West win their first ever state championship back in 1996, he now has an impressive 31-10 record as the coach of the Bruins, who improved to 4-1, and Danville's coach coach Jamie Comer, just his 6th loss as a head coach in his 3rd year at the school to go along with 23 wins. Your final score for the final time from Warrior Stadium, Tri-West 24 and Danville 21. For my partner Dale Carlson and the rest of our fantastic crew, I'm John Herrick saying so long from Danville. You've been watching high school sports and high school football rather on the ISC Sports Network, where local lives here.
Again?
Tortured by technology? Have no fear. Endeavor is here with Speed Geeks. Our Speed Geeks are expert technicians ready to rescue you from technology troubles. Our experts are here to get and keep your Wi-Fi running properly. We'll even make sure all of your devices stay connected. Give us a call or visit weendeavor.com to see if you're in our service area. Endeavor Communications, technology for real people.
Fall means football, and on the ISC, we've got you covered all season long. Catch our broadcast live on television on MyNDTV 23 and Comcast 81, as well as streaming on ISCSportsNetwork.com. With a subscription to ISC for only $4.99 a month, you get access to our entire library, viewable anytime, anywhere, on our website or on the ISC app. Don't miss a single broadcast. ISC Sports Network. Football lives here.